This is the URT. You are the URT. Smash a like for the URT. Subscribe to the URT. What's going on, people? I don't believe in going live for just going live's sake. I don't believe in all of this. I really don't. I don't believe in going live. I really don't. Because there's nothing to report. But it's just observations. It's about observations. Fanbase are in the spin, bro. The fanbase are in the spin. The IDLs are crashing out all over the place. You know who the IDLs are? Ineos Defense League, man. The Ineos Defense League are crashing it out. The Ineos Defense League are crashing out, bro. I swear to God. Go and check it out. What I said about Lewis Hall, right? I made the stream this afternoon before any news came out of what's his name, Ornstein, who's been I'm on fraud watch with him as well. He's on fraud watch, but all of that it's been spinning out, people. But it is what it is, man. Ineos. Big up man like Kadimio. Kadimio, if you're free, jump on, man. Send me a message on Insta. I want to hear your 2 pence, man. How this transfer window's gone. Big up to everybody. We signed F. Hall. Big up man like Bilal, you know. Big up man like Bilal. Listen. My expectations are not that great. I just want to see good football, man. You know this, innit? I don't think Manchester United are set up or built in a way to win a league title or to challenge for the Premier League. So all I look at is, I look at things like, what do I look at? I look at, can we just play good football? Can I go to games at Old Trafford next season? And can I go watch football? But let the people come in anyway. But I hope you're well, people. How are we feeling? How are we doing? Only a couple of weeks now till the Premier League starts, man. We're not that far away. Obviously, United playing this Saturday. Manchester United playing this Saturday. Or is it Sunday or Saturday? They're playing on Sunday or Saturday. I think they might be playing on Sunday. No, they're playing on Saturday. Yeah. Saturday the 8th, 4 o'clock, United are playing against Paris Saint-Germain. So this is just to update you lot, to give a bit of information about what go on with Manchester United. So let's have a look. This is what's happening. This is the order of the schedule. So Saturday, 4 o'clock, PSG. I think it's in Scandinavia. I think it might be Gothenburg. We're playing in Sweden. Wednesday, the 12th, we're playing at 7:30 in Dublin. And I think United are going to go there a couple of days before to go and train in Dublin. Same training centre they had when they had that long period from the Premier League last season. And then we play AC Milan. Then after that, on the 15th, next Saturday, and then here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're playing Hull City. So the 22nd of the month. And we're already now the 5th. Today's the 5th of August. So in 15 days' time, well, in 17 days' time, we kick off the Premier League. That's what's happening, people. That's what go on. That's what's happening, bro. Big up Bilal, man, like Bilal, you know. I'm cutting off my hair till Mason Mount plays 5 games in a row. Yo, George Salinas only wants Barca. Yes, he does. I'm telling you how, hey, people. Big up the chat. Big up, people. Please smash a like already. Subscribe to the channel already. The quicker we get to 100 likes, the better. Yeah, big up the Irish, man. Up the Irish, always. Big up the masses, man. Big up the masses. Good evening. Yeah, man. Big up. Hope all is well with you. Hope all is well, bro. I just don't. When there's nothing to report, I just don't like going live. What's there to talk about? We're just recycling the same old stories. But today, actually, there's something to talk about. Hopefully, I've sent a couple of links to the boys, so hopefully some of them might jump on. But yeah, good evening, man. Yeah, big up to you. It says here, midfield options: Mainu, Tillsman, Santos, Mount, Lacey, Bruno as the 10s. They're not getting a third midfielder, unless the market opportunity opens up and we get beat in the EPL in August. Well. Listen, at the end of the day, I just think Manchester United need what they need. Yo, I'll talk about that later, yo. Big up Rants, though. Big up my brother. Big up King Rants, man. Listen, people are crashing out, man. What can I say? Listen, somebody sent me the clip, and it's basically Elliot Anderson. I do think Elliot Anderson is worth 100 million. I would have paid 100 million for Elliot Anderson, but that's just me. That's just me. But yeah, I got nothing but love for Rants. Like I said, a lot of the you know what I mean, IDLs are crashing out. Like I said, the Ineos Defense League, IDLs are crashing out, bro. It's tough time for them, man. It's tough time. It's just a football opinion, man. If Declan Rice worth 100 million, I think Elliot Anderson's worth 100 million. That's all it is, man. It's not even that deep. The football opinion. Yeah, people, we're going to be talking about Arsenal. Listen, I've actually sent a link to my friend who's a gunner, who comes on the channel. Big up to my guy, mate. If he can jump on, he can jump on, but no problem if not. I sent it to Ben as well. Let me just send it to Ben in here as well. But yeah, big up, people. But that's the order of play, people. That's the order of play. I'm just updating you on what's going on in terms of the season. What are you expecting? We play on the 8th this Saturday coming. We play Paris Saint-Germain in Gothenburg. I know that this game is in Dublin. Leeds, Manchester United, that's in Dublin. I don't know where this game is. AC Milan versus Manchester United. Is that Old Trafford? I think that might be Old Trafford, you know. I think that might be at Old Trafford. AC Milan, if I'm mistaken. Because every pre-season, we always play one game at home before the season kicks off. That's the 15th. I might go to that game, actually. I might go and get a ticket and go to that game. We always play one pre-season game before the season starts. One. That's what we always do, people. So it is what it is. Let me just get these super chats, man. Big up Blank, man. How can I? Bruno G with Badistita bomb in the box. Big up my guy, man. Big up my guy. Big up my guy, mate. Bruno G. Big up. He comes in, it says, big up URT. Mason Mount is a dead baller. Listen, people love him though, bro. What can we do? People love him. People love Mason Mount. Be honest with you, the transfer window looks weird for a lot of clubs, and Liverpool doing next to nothing. But yeah, we are signing 2 players max. We needed 6, man. I'm not even watching any of those other teams, man. I'm watching what my football club is. What's in Poland? Nuruddin, Gen Z in India targeted by Mondi raging. Yeah, man. Your solidarity with all the Gen Zs. Gen Z are not giving into hate, man. They're not giving into hate. They're not hating each other. Whether they're Hindu, Muslims, or Sikhs, big up the Gen Z, man. The kids are all right. The kids are all right, man. The kids are all right. Big up to all my Indian Gen Zs, man, who are fighting. I think somebody in the parliament called them cockroaches, and they've set up a party called Cockroach. Yo, don't mess with them. Don't mess with Gen Z, man. Some Modi bootlicker called them. Some Modi fascists called them cockroaches. Now they're setting up a party called the Cockroach. Yo, big up to them, man. Kids are all right, people. The kids are all right. Arsenal assembling WWE royster, SmackDown royster. Yeah, man. But you know what? Hold tight Arsenal, innit? Because looks like Finney's staying at Madrid. Free Nepal, free everybody, man. Free the world. Free the world where anybody's oppressed. Exactly, Rudy. No communal difference for Gen 100%, man. Yo, Gen C, man, they got to worry about in terms of making a living. Can they buy prop? Can they have a family? That's what Gen C can't do. So Gen C have got a lot of, globally, Gen C, because we live in a billionaire world, innit? Billionaires corrupt politicians, and the next minute, normal, ordinary people are struggling throughout the world. So big up, man. Yeah, the Supreme Court judge, who's a fascist, yeah, called them. Mason Mount plays good versus Milan, so Amarin buys him. Yeah, blank. Yeah, blank. Let's hope and pray, man. Let's hope and pray. But yeah, where should we start on Manchester United? Let's start with the news that's come out that Manchester United have sold Vitek for initial 6 million. Now, the deal could go up to as much as 14 million. Nah. Manchester United should have sold Vitek for 15 million and 10 million add-ons. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Regardless how much the IDLs try to brainwash you, Ineos cannot sell shit. I repeat for the people at the back, Ineos could not sell beautiful flavored water in a hot summer's day or in a desert. They couldn't sell. They can't sell shit. So Vitek, people, Vitek is going to Middlesbrough for 6 million, but the whole deal can move up to 14 million. BS. What an absolute loads of BS. Brighton, let me stress this. Second goalkeeper played in the championship, just like Vitek. Played in the championship, did well. Did Coventry buy him for 20 odd million? Didn't Coventry buy that for 20 something million? We are a joke. Brighton can sell better than Manchester United, bro. We are a joke. We are the laughing stock, people. But people, let's get to 100 likes ASAP. Exactly. Remember Chelsea selling players that have never played a game for the first team for 30 million, 20-something million. Well, I told people Ineos, Jamie Way, we're going to come to that, man. I want to talk about Vitek now, but listen, whole time. Vitek is unbelievable. Like, Manchester United couldn't sell. I swear to God, Ineos, it's not even Manchester United. It's Ineos and Glazers. Do not know what they're doing when it comes to selling footballers at this football club. I remember more than in season after season, Chelsea selling players who've never played one game for the first team. And they want to sell Amas for the same. Amas has played first team games last season. He did. He played a couple of first team games with Amarin. So it's an absolute joke, people. But people, smash the likes, man. Channel is shadow banned, but we don't give a damn. The channel is shadow banned, but we don't give a damn, people. We're always going to tell our truth. We fight against the machinery, people, but we don't give a damn. But let's get to the likes, people. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. It's the least you could do. So Manchester United are considering selling for Amas, who's played first team football for United, for 6 million, and a deal worth 14 million. BS. Absolute BS. Vitek should have been 15 million up front, maybe 10 million add-ons. Or 20 million just straight, no add-ons. 20 million straight. It's an absolute joke, people. It's an absolute joke. But what can we do? It is an absolute joke what's going on. The least you could do, people, is like the video. That's the least you could do. It's like the video. Like the video, people. But I don't understand. I do not understand what they're doing in terms of when it comes to selling players. I honestly do not know what they do when it comes to selling players. It's simple, people. We got clowns. We got clowns at the football club. Least you could do, people. It's like the video. Some of the people are unbelievable. Ineos Defense League people. The Ineos Defense League. I've got to answer for these sales of these players. Why can't they sell? Why can't they sell players? Well, you are the right channel, Bilal. Shame that we're shadow banned. Big up Monty as well. Listen, the fan base is too big, innit? The fan base is too big. IDLs, man. The IDLs. Hold out the IDLs, man. But yeah, let me get up the Ornstein bomber. But Vitek news for me, it's really, honestly, it's really bad. I'm not happy with it. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I'm not happy with it, and I'm not happy with. It's like up to 14 million. What does that mean? It's like they want to be embarrassed. Up to 14 million. It's an absolute joke, people. Up to 14 million. Up to 14 million. Why is this a joke? Yo, we're not backing nobody, man. We want to see some evidence. But here we go. This is the story. Goalkeeper exit. Bayendia joins Celta Figo on a on a on a loan. So they can't even sell Bayendia. Vitek joins Middlesbrough on a permanent deal, greenlit for a medical 7 million plus add-ons to potential 14 million package. What does that mean? Why couldn't they just get 20 million straight up front? He was one of the best goalkeepers in the championship last season. What are we doing here? I mean, you got my guy here, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. This saves my guy was making. Now that is Carl Darlow. But it's mad to me, bro. Big up to Bayendia, though. Thanks for that save against Arsenal. See you later, Bayendia, though. But people, Vitek, a deal worth add up to 14 million. What does that mean? Why couldn't they get 20 million for my guy? Because they can't sell shit. Yo, Darlow made some saves. I'm not gonna lie to you for Leeds. I thought he was decent. He was decent for yeah, big up Blue Man as well, who's saying journalists have flocked this window. What's going on here? What's going on in the chat? Who's trolling us? Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up Abdul Al Sayed, 100%, man. Big up to the brother in Michigan, man. Abdul Al Sayed. Big up to my brother, man. Big up to him, yo. 60 million they spent against him, yo. 60 million. They spent 60 million against him. Big up to my guy. Nuruddin, even the clans won't sell so cheap. But that's what we're dealing with, though. That's what we're dealing with. So I find it really, really troubling for me. I find it really, really troubling that Manchester United can't sell anybody. And Chelsea, whatever bad they've been, they get money for their players. They get money for their players. And Chelsea have been in disturbingly like up and down kind of football club in the past couple of years. So I just don't believe that. And they want to sell, apparently, Hamas is going to get sold for 6 million as well. Like, what are we doing here? 6 million for Hamas. 20 million at least for Hamas. If you play for City, he's getting sold for 20 million. Play for Chelsea, he's getting sold for 20 million. Liverpool, remember that Liverpool sold Brewster for something like, I don't know what it was, like 30 million or something like that. 40 million, I think it was. That's what it was. Yeah, we're going to come to that story in a minute. But people, how many of you have liked the video? Like the video, man. The channel is shadow banned. The most you could do to help the channel while you're already here is just like the videos. Like the video. Let's get to 100 likes. 100 of you in here. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. Hundred of you said you've liked the video. That's cap, man. That's an absolute cap. Like the video, people. Yeah, I just find it difficult. I really find it difficult to adjust. Like a transfer for me, it's not what you just buy in. It's also about how you sell. It's about what you sell. And I find it really difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. I find it really difficult how this club is allowed to get away with it season after season after season. Big up, can't sell shit. Remember, they're the best in class. The best in Scooby No Clue, mate. I told you lot before. The best in no Scooby Do No Clue. That's who they are. That's who they are. Big up Simba. Simba not here. Big up to Jamie. Nora, are there nowhere? There's no way back for this club needed to cherish our league titles. A major have won because we'll never see any league titles ever again. Well, I hope you're wrong, bro. I pray that we do. But the vultures need to be got rid of. Spurs want Sesko. Yeah, people. Yeah, Bilal, send me a message, man. I'm not chancing it on here. Send me a message on X. Big up though. The jokes are jokes. Ineos have been quality, but the outgoings have been embarrassing. Ineos signings have been quality, but the outgoings have been embarrassing. Well, fair play. Fair play if you feel like that, bro. You have your opinion, man. Ineos hype, if they don't sign any players by the end of the transfer window, yeah, they just can't sell. That's what I want to focus on. They can't sell. Bindy is going on loan. Now, Vitek goes for 7 million, 14 million, whatever. What does that mean? I don't care if you got some sell-on clause on him. I mean, it should be 20 million up front. See you later. No add-ons. Buy and sell-on clause in there as well. 20 million plus sell-on clause. That's what should be there. Bindy on loan to Celta Vigo. Now, you've got Zertsky. They can't get any money for him. Juventus want a loan. I don't think that's happening. I'll be shocked. I will be shocked if we get. I know that, but I'll be shocked. I'll be genuinely shocked if we get Lewis Skelly. Some people think it makes sense about Lewis Skelly because now Arsenal have signed Bruno Guimaraes. They've already got Supermendy. They've already got Rice. And there's no place for him in midfield. Plus on the left back, they've got 2 left backs already. So he's the 3rd left back. But Arsenal want to win big trophies next season. They want to fight on all fronts. They're aiming to win all the big trophies next season. And it's going to be like, who's going to stop them? So I'll be shocked. I will be shocked if he comes to Manchester United. Because he might think, you know what? I'll wait for the injuries, suspensions, and I'll buy my time. He played well last season in midfield. He really did. He played really well in midfield. And maybe that's where he's going to be doing. I bet we get Robinson. I don't think Arsenal would want to strengthen us. Yeah. This feels like similar to last season when they acted like they weren't going in for Baleba and they ended up signing no one. 100%, bro. 100%. The Baleba thing was to stop a process. Even I got sucked into that. I'm just a human, man. I'm just human. I'm only human. We're only human, man. We're only human. I got sucked into that. I got sucked into that last season. I did. I got sucked into that. Yeah. We're going to play a bit of a video as well for you. Big up to the people. Can you hear me still? Some people are celebrating about Arsenal getting beat in pre-season. But Bilal, send me a message on X, man. I told you. Tag me in something if you're on X. But yeah, so he's going to Juventus, Zirkzee, on loan. Why can't we get proper money for him? Why can't we get money for him? Why can't we at least get 25 million for Zirkzee from Juventus? Why do they have to accept a loan? They don't need to accept a loan. Why are they doing that? And I talked about it. I talked about it before. But I wanted to bring you this as well. Some light. I swear to God, this afternoon I told people, yeah, I was having the discussions before I set up the stream. Yeah, exactly. At least Rhino must pay for his crimes. His pro Ineos Mandem talk needs to be. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be on there tomorrow. I'm working. I will be working, but it is what it is. Hopefully, I can catch the last hour if I can. But this is the news, people. This is the bomber. I don't think it's a bomber. I think most of us have knew this story. But this is where we go. David Onson and Lewis Hall. I don't expect him to become in Manchester United. There's clearly some interest, but Newcastle will be determined to keep hold of him properly, even more so following a departure of Eddie Howe. And let's see that they would even like to down to a new contract. Tie him down to, oh, that's what he meant to say. Yeah. Even like to tie him down to a new contract, not time. Somebody made a mistake there. But yeah, that's so that's not happening. That's not happening. But yeah, the boys are back. Some good news. Bruno's back. Some of the boys are back. Man FC want a permanent deal or a loan with obligation to buy for Joshua Cersei. It remains to be seen whether Juventus will reach an agreement. This is a joke, people. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is who we are, man. We know who we are. We know who we are. We're run by Ineos, who don't have a clue, Scooby-Doo. We're run by Ineos. We're run by Ineos and Glazers and Ineos, mate. We're run by clowns. People, that is the news. That's the main news of where we are. That's the main news. Let me check. Yeah, big up, Bilal. Let me follow you back, actually. Let me send you the link. Big up, Bilal. Ineos out, mate. I want to hear what Bilal's got to say. It's what happened to Saeed, man. I can't take risk anymore. You know the funniest thing? I literally was planning this Tuesday night to have a massive phone in. I was going to do it for 3 hours, let all the fans ring in. Nah, mate. After what I seen what happened to Saeed. No, thank you. Not happening, people. It ain't happening. Check your inbox, Bilal. I've sent it to you. Check your inbox, my guy. Check your inbox. Where's our therapy? Listen to therapy. Stress when I leave, we have to just laugh, bro. You see, either cry or you laugh, and we're going to choose to laugh because some of it is hilarious. Manchester United can't sell anything. I think, honestly, like I keep saying, they couldn't sell Highland water in 55 degrees desert. In the Sahara Desert, bro. Jim and his boys. Jim and the boys couldn't sell water, man. Big up.
Yep.
Man, talk to me.
You're right, Nora. Big up chat.
Go ahead, Bilal.
Hello? Can you not hear me?
1 second. Hello? Go ahead.
Big up. Hello?
I can't hear you, bro.
Really?
1 second. Let me just check. It might be my end. Audience, can you hear him? Can you hear him? Can you hear Bilal? Yeah. 1 second, Bilal. They can hear you. I can't hear you. Let me just try to sort this out. Bear with me with the audio, people. Let me try to sort it out, man. Can you hear me now, Bilal? Say something, Bilal.
Big up, guys. Hello?
I can't hear him, you know. I don't know what's happening. I genuinely don't know what's happening, but I'll see if I can fix it. There you go. Say something, Bilal.
Hello? Do you not hear me?
Yeah, I'll hopefully sort the sound out, man. Audio. Let me go back. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, man, big up, people. Listen, big up. The only thing that we can hope and pray for is... Yeah, big up, Bilal. Can you hear me?
Big up the Reddit, big up chat. Hope you're all right.
Hey, man, talk to me, Bilal. What's going on?
Not much, really. I was just waiting for a third midfielder.
What's happening? What's happening with that?
We're not getting any.
Why not?
They just sent us for a ride. They were never going to buy one in the first place.
Yeah? Mason Mount. You're having a bit of Mason Mount, pal.
Oh, no.
You see that? They've got a comp up, I think, on the United website of Mason Mount comp against Atletico Kids, the youth team.
They had a bunch of 16-year-olds in that team.
100% they did. I said it. These were Simeone's babies, man. We balled out.
Yeah. It was the B team. Most of the
No,
players
it
were
wasn't
like,
even the B team. It was like the CD team.
C team, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's licking his ass.
Bro, this is it. Mason Mount is the future of Manchester United. Better believe it. Money. Mr. Money Mason Mount. Mr. Money Mount.
You can't go 2 games without getting injured.
Listen, you've got some news to share with us. You said you're not gonna shave your head. You're not gonna you're not having a haircut until he plays 5 games in a row.
Yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll get very famous off it.
To be fair, we still haven't won 5 games in a row, you know. Is my guy still doing that gimmick? Is he still doing it?
I'm going to call myself the United No Standards.
United No Standards, yeah? Get that Instagram
that's
going.
That's going to be my nickname.
Yeah. But what do you think about Manchester United's inability to sell a Bilal?
It's just this ownership. You can only put a blame on the ownership. There's no one else to blame. You can't blame the coaches or the players. It's all down to the board and the ownership.
Yeah.
They're just incompetent.
Okay, they're just incompetent. Listen, what other left backs do you see in the Premier League that you think Manchester United could do with? Obviously, now that we're not in for Lewis Hall.
Oh, he's not in the Premier League anymore, but the West Ham fullback. Senegalese player. Yeah.
You like Jude, yeah?
I like him, yeah. I don't know why I didn't go for him. Like, if they're looking for cheap options, why don't they look at him?
Yeah. Jamie Wayne, take it easy, lad. Don't take it out on the lads. Listen, if you've got a fake account, Lou, man, then you're going to be in trouble. Yeah, Truffet. I like Truffet. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, Truffet's good.
Yeah, we need a premium signing. I mean, we're linked with this young kid, George Silias, but he wants to go to Barcelona.
Salinas, okay. Well, they all do. All the Spanish players, they all want to play for Barcelona or Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how good he is. I've not seen much of him. In fact, I've not seen him play before at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a bit of a comp from him, and he looks decent. He looks like a decent player on the comps. That's what he looks like.
But everyone looks good on the comps.
Exactly. Yo, Theo Hernandez is the guy that's been done out here, bro. He's already injury prone. Theo Hernandez. He's playing in Saudi, man.
Yeah, Saudi.
He's playing in Saudi, collecting big bucks, man, bro. He ain't coming to Manchester United. Listen, we're on a diet, man. We're on the water, bread and water diet. My guy is eating. He's having all you can eat buffet every day in Saudi, bro. When it comes to money, when it comes to the way he's treated in Saudi, I think he's coming on a diet with Ineos. He's not coming to come on a diet with Ineos, man. What are we doing here?
Yeah, smash the likes, people.
Yeah, smash the likes. Yo, big up, Jarvis.
Big up, guys.
Oh,
Hope everybody's well.
How you doing, bro?
Hello. Say again.
The fan base are on a spin, bro. The fan base are on a spin. Manchester United could not sell nice, cool, cold water in the Sahara Desert. Can't sell shit. And now, I have never seen a club try to put press out. Oh, Vitek is 6 or 7 million, and then it'll go up to 14 million. What kind of BS is that? How many times have Chelsea, City sold players that have never kicked a ball for the first team? Brighton literally, Jarvis, sold a goalkeeper that was on loan in a championship to Coventry for 20 million.
City sold Trafford. City sold Trafford for 25 million without even paying for them.
Well, the best explanation I can give because of the reason we are in right now, because we are broke because we have squandered our fortunes as a big club through the last 15 years with the Glazers and now coming in with Ineos. So the most expensive thing there is to be poor, and everybody who have had struggles with money know how it is. So I think this is where we are now with Man United, and it's something called supply and demand, and our supply of players in the market that's attractive to other clubs isn't big enough, even though they have had good spells in, let's say, Championship and other leagues. Other clubs know they can do one, they can do us one, and hold back because we are poor and we are in a desperate situation. So when they come in for example, Vitek, of course they will low bid us. They will low ball us as best as possible because we are poor. We are desperate because we have owners who have squandered away the name and brand of Man United and let Old Trafford rot and put us in incredible debt. And here we are. So I'm not surprised. Even on my channel, there were reports coming out that Man United wanted, was it 16 or 19 million pounds for Vitek? I laughed right away. My first instance was, I said, wow, we're getting 5 millions. Because I know Man United. This is the situation we are in. You probably remember this, Bilal, when we talked about Vitek and his pricing. So for me, it's I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I see Nuruddin, you laugh, but I know you are, just a in a state of sadness because of this. It's
I can't be sad anymore, Jarvis. I can't be sad anymore. I have to laugh because they told me the best in class.
yeah.
Best in us.
But on the bright side,
yeah. Always look on the bright side of life. Go on, Jarvis. Let's do the sing along, people.
No, I don't want to sing along when it comes to Man United.
Don't get demonetized.
Yeah.
But
ahead, Jarvis,
not to bury ourselves down into the dirt that the Glazers and Ineos.
No, we're not. We're looking forward to the season. I'm so excited about the season.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about
it. Me too. And to look at the bright side, it frees up a little bit of funds. Every little stream of money helps in the current situation. But unfortunately, it feels like right now we are still looking for bargain. We are not willing to open our wallet and spend the money. As I've said, the devious plan of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers is to make Man United profitable again. We won't live on a credit line anymore. We have a credit line of I think it's 400 million pounds, and we have available around 250 million pounds, but still we owe a lot in credit, and it drains us for money because the interest rate is really high, and I think they are planning to clear the credit line at the fullest, and they have a plan of making us profitable and us having money in our piggy bank, so we always have something spare, because we haven't had that in at least the last 5 years and maybe in the last 10 years. So that's a devious plan. It's not rocket science, but we have to cut expenses, and we have to cut cut expenses and how we spend our money, especially in the transfer window. I think this is the plan, and I said so. 3, 4, 5 months ago, Northern, we talked about this. We talked about the great summer transfer window, and I said, people, hold your horses, relax. You have to read in between the lines. You got to listen to what's said from Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the people on top. They have never said that we are going to spend large this summer. They never said it. It was just pundits and people. It was wishful thinking. It was hopium. So again, I feel that that's the situation we are in. So yeah, but we can do well this season anyway. I don't know, guys. What's your take on the current situation, Bilal?
I'm just very disappointed. I think we needed a third midfielder going into this season. We've got a lot more games than we did last season, and I don't think we could survive with this team. Like, we wouldn't challenge for a league or the Champions League with this team.
Yeah. But for everybody who believe that we are going to spend big this summer, if with our expenses on players, transfers, wages, and all of this, weren't profitable before, and now we have got rid of Casemiro, other high earners, and we are trying to sell off a lot of players. Why do people automatically think that we will replace the wages of Casemiro with another player with that type of wages? Because that will just lead us back to the point we started, not being profitable. So if you read between the lines and understand finance and economics, it's clear as day that we won't overspend. We won't spend much money this summer because.
But they said that all throughout January. They said big summer window. Why were they breathing that to their journalists?
Who said it, Nuruddin? Who said it?
Well, all of the reporters close to the club were saying that.
Yeah.
They were all saying
and we
that.
know the club is lying to us fans just to keep us on board when we're angry. Everybody was angry. We needed a midfielder in January. So they just plant ideas. But they
told
nothing.
us to expect the best in class.
What's the obsession of being profitable, Jarvis? Because football business is not normal business. It's not like what a normal business is. Football business, you're always at a loss at every football club. You're always at a deficit. And Manchester United make enough money. Every season we make enough money to stay competitive. But nobody wants to talk about the debt.
But we don't make money. We have had a loss at least the 5 last seasons. Since COVID, we have had red.
Yes, but because we pay in and all on transfers that we've made in the past and the original debt, we pay around £100 million a year.
Yep.
In debt refinancement. Or more.
Yeah.
So how come nobody wants to talk about that? How come none of these journalists want to ask them about that?
They don't want to lose access. They don't want to lose access. That's why. No one wants to ask the hard questions. That's why one of the suits would never come on this channel, for example, because they know they wouldn't have an answer, without lying. But again, it feels like in the future we can become profitable as a club, even though that's not the aim in the game of football, being profitable. But we have the revenue, and if we can turn it around and start making money, we will be and I think that's the dream behind what we are doing. In the future, the stadium, we are talking about the stadium 2035. But the Berada bullshit, we will win the league by 2028. That's just a lie. That's just a lie, and that's how they work. They want to keep our hopes up.
That would be, by the way, 2028.
Spending money on season tickets, on subscriptions, TV subscriptions, buy shirts, all of this. It's just
Yeah.
to keep
By
us going.
2028, it will be
They're
150
dangling a
years of
carrot in
Manchester
front of
United
our
existence.
eyes, and we are just going on like we are. That's how we are as a fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
We
way,
live on hopium.
2028 would be an amazing, a pivotal, and an incredible achievement on the football club, because it will be 150 years of Manchester United. 150 years.
They should have sorted the midfield out this season if they wanted that.
No, they're not sorting anything out. Instead, I said that there are people who are making up as they go along. They don't have a clue, and the only way the biggest way to solve when you own something is when it's struggling, put your own money in to help the football club out. But they don't want to do that. So
No,
they
won't.
don't want to do that. Other owners do that. Look at the guy at Nottingham Forest. He puts his money in. Look at Ibrahimovic, Chelsea. He was actually paying agents loads more money to get players because he could win trophies.
Yeah.
This is what we are.
He bent the
We
rules.
know who we are. We know who we are. We've got broke billionaires. We know who we are. Profit FC, mate. Profit FC. Obviously, let's talk about other news that's happening in the transfer window. It's looking like Bruno Guimaraes, Arsenal signing Bruno Guimaraes for 75 million. Lewis Hall, I knew he was never coming. I knew it was all a myth.
But back up. Did you say 75? Is that confirmed? Because I read it was north of 80 million.
No, 75.
Earlier today. Okay, so is it confirmed?
I think around there, yeah.
Okay.
So all the reports that are coming out is alleged it's going to be 75.
I haven't read the news the last 3 hours. I've been out, so yeah.
We've been golfing. How's the weather in Norway?
The weather is nice, but it's cold. It's like 12 degrees outside, so I was actually freezing. Yeah. Tomorrow will be better, and we'll be back to the 20s. So yeah.
Yeah, in Manchester. Bilal's in Manchester.
Yeah.
The last 2 days, today was so windy. So windy.
It was very windy.
Very windy, and a bit of rain yesterday as well. But it was still like 25 degrees, wasn't it, on Monday? So
it's still warm.
Yeah. People, we need to smash up the likes. We're not even at 100 likes yet. I don't know what's going on, but we need 30 more likes.
Just ignore them in the comments, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie, don't get rattled by people, man. Don't get rattled, lad. Don't get rattled. The Ineos Defense League, as we named them on this channel, the Ineos Defense League, they're in a bit of a pickle. They're crashing out everywhere, bro. They're in a spin. They're spinning out of control.
Spinning around.
I was gutted. I watched the show, Jarvis. Really interesting debate yesterday on your channel. On Monday, sorry. I was out and about. I was working. I'm supposed to
Mount.
Yeah.
Talk
to me. Mason Mount is the answer to everything. Come on, Jarvis. Give me some of that.
We all know what my take on Mason Mount. I think we should try to get rid, and at least we can't trust him as the fourth choice midfielder. I would rather play Jim Thwaites for that role, because Mason Mount can't be trusted. We know he will break down when we play 3 consecutive games, or 4 or maybe 5 if you're lucky. But he will never stay injury-free. We know by his track record and the history of Mason Mount. So again, believing anything else is fucking deluded. You have to be deluded to believe Mason Mount can come back. And okay, yeah, lightning struck once with Luke Shaw. He came back, he played every game, but lightning never strike twice in the same place. We can't be that lucky that Mason Mount also will come back. The only thing that makes me believe something like that could happen is because of the redevelopment of Carrington, and what we have put into the medical team, with the gyro chambers and
I've been asking Jarvis. I have been asking about this.
Yeah, but we have upgraded in a way, and
yes, but I've been asking. It's still Manchester United are still way behind at the top football clubs in the world.
We are, but we are improving also. So again,
improving
glass
to
half
certain
full or
extent.
glass half empty. That's where are you? So again,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So that's
Yo,
the only thing, maybe we can keep him injury free, but and also, it's deluded believing Mason Mount could come in for me, but there are a split fan base on Mason Mount because they have had a couple of good preseason friendlies,
against Sue,
as,
against Sue Jarvis, against
as
Sue.
I like to call them, televised training sessions, and
Yeah,
he have had good televised training sessions, Mason Mount. So
and
we
and
know
and
that
and, and against Sue, he played well
Which is
against the
16-year-olds.
children, Simeone's babies from Atletico Madrid. But listen,
Yeah.
pick up Saeed. Saeed saying, Nuruddin, apparently the new bus word is panicking. Panicking FC.
Panicky.
Here we go. Here we
There you go. Here you go.
Let me just get this big up chest waffling.
Big up.
Radcliffe's running us like Tottenham on the Levy. What's annoying about them that there is the opening line about it? How can people celebrate them cutting costs when they created a debt in the first place?
Yeah.
There you go. And all of the mistakes that they made as well. So, Saeed, we got a new one, man. We're calling them the people who are telling you you're panicking. We call them the Ineos Defense League, bro. The IDLs. Big up, shout out to the IDLs spinning out everywhere. Dava, talk to me. The IDLs are everywhere. They're crashing out. Actually, I will go to Bilal first. Bilal, you must have seen it on the socials. Why are all the people who are backing Ineos? Why are they crashing out? And why do they keep insisting that Tillemans is the guy who's going to save us? You know how we always talk about one player is going to save us? They always love a savior. Tillemans, apparently, Jarvis, it's like the new Ronaldinho Zidane in one.
Yeah.
He's a good player, but I don't know why they're jerking off over him.
I'm telling you, they're all getting a bit too excited. The exciting is too much, man. It's absolutely too much. People, we need another 30 likes. Let's be having you. Let's go. Get to 130. Jarvis, the fan base, set themselves expectation. Big up to you, first of all. I must say, those of you 3 months ago, Jarvis was saying, I don't think we're not going to be able to spend this summer because of the Ineos statements that he's looked at, what Jim was saying about making the club more profitable, about why they didn't spend in January to go and get that midfielder. And people are watching out now, making it out like Santos and Tillemans are the saviors. But what do you think about the fan base who are disappointed? Do you feel bad for them? Especially with the ones who all the journalists are coming out saying, we're going to spend this, we're going to spend that, this is going to be busy, that's going to be busy.
Yeah, I feel bad for all of us being Man United fans because, we live in hope and everybody, when the season ended, we're ending on a high, we came in third, we did well. We won almost every game since Carrick came in and, we were feeling like this is something, we have a base, we have something to build on. We just need a massive summer transfer window, owners who are willing to spend, and we could actually be in the title race. We are deluded. It doesn't take much as a fan base. And now, the reality hits us in the face. We sit here. How much is it? Is it 2 or 3 weeks left of the transfer window when people are starting to get nervous? What's going on? Why haven't we signed the left back? Why haven't we signed the third midfielder? Where's the backup striker? Do we have a left wing? What are we going to do? And Rashford is still here. Xerxes is still here. People who are trying to that there would be easy sales. Everybody sat there in May calculating. Yeah, okay, Xerxes will give us 35, 40 million. Rashford will give us minimum 40 million. Yes. And everybody was doing their math and having everything calculated, how the transfer window was going. But unfortunately, this is not how reality works. And we know we are Man United. We always get ourselves into situations like this. Going by history, the last 15 years, this is what we do, guys. This is what we do. So it doesn't take much. I'm not the prophet. It's not me saying that.
Just reading the playbook.
But you go by the history. You read in between the lines and trying to understand the situation as best as you can. So for me, guys, I'm not surprised. Now we have almost accepted that we won't get a third midfielder and a left back. So now the debates in the fan base are like, would you rather have a left back or the third midfielder? We are not having both because we are accepting it. Because
the narrative.
is brainwashing us as fan base.
They always
And we
pull the
talk
wool
about
over our
money.
eyes.
I have become a fucking accountant being a Man United pundit. And football is my thing. But this is the narrative. This is what we are talking about, guys. So again, it's
Turn
tough.
us all into accountants, people. Equations. We're doing equations, subtracting. we're all.
They always manage to fool us, though.
They don't fool me, bro. Trust me, one person they don't fool is me.
A lot of
I
us,
have
though.
never. All I've said is,
I
just want the season, Bilal. I want the season to start. I just want to go to Old Trafford, just see good football. That's all I'm begging for. I'm not asking for too much, Travis. I'm not asking to compete for a league title. I'm not asking to compete for the Champions League. I'm asking maybe you should compete for the FA Cup because, if you get the luck of the draw, you could go to an FA Cup final. Do you know what I mean? But, I hate the League Cup. I don't like the League Cup. I've never liked the League Cup. I've never been a big fan. I remember when Liverpool beat us. Remember 2000 something, Michael Owen scored against us. I swear, you know how much I despise Liverpool when it comes to Manchester United. I went about my day. I wasn't sad. Usually, if that was in the FA Cup, I'll be deviled. I'll be deviled for 3 days.
I take that now.
But
give me the League Cup right now. Anything. Something to bring joy to me.
Bilal wants some of that copium League Cup injected. He wants that injection.
I'd sniff it and inject it.
Yeah. I want to ask you some question though. Do you think they're gambling? Because they can't be that stupid, Jarvis. They've had to understood for Manchester United to be playing 3 games a week. The board, Carrick, they've all had to understood they had to sell players this summer, and they've had to sign at least 6 players. Yeah, they had to at least got rid of 3 players and sign 6 to 7 players. Do you think they're banking on the Premier League being subpar standard like it was in the last couple of seasons, and that they think that we've got enough goals up the pitch, and we're gonna concede, but whatever? Because I think we need a centre back. I think we need a left back and a right back, but we're not getting a right back.
No,
because Diego Dalot now is the vice captain.
Oh my God,
he's the vice captain. I still think if Xerxes goes, we need a striker, and then Rashford is not coming back, and we need somebody on the left because Dogu injury.
No, Rashford is coming back. He's the new signing. Apparently, we're giving him number 11. I saw the report today. Apparently, we're giving him the number 11. It means that he is.
It's all over
he's
social
at least
media.
on the bench and being a part of this of the first team.
But Jarvis, then how do they justify that when you just said to me they were getting rid of his wages? They got rid of Casemiro wages, but then they're letting Rashford on the bench for 350. I just don't understand. 350 grand a week. I just don't get it.
What to understand, Nerdin, is that Berada and Wilcox don't have the experience. They don't know Man United. Berada, he and Wilcox, they act like they are in Manchester City, because in Manchester City, you get to sell Vitek for 15 million, maybe 20 millions. You get to offload Rashford without any problems because everybody wants him because he's a Manchester City player. And, they calculated in May or April or whenever they did their due diligence that how the window was going to play itself out. But again, as I said, reality hit them in the face, and now they sit here. We rejected the offer Barcelona gave us for Rashford. They didn't want to pay the 25 millions. They wanted to pay half, 12. We rejected. No, you're not getting him for 12. And expecting that it will be an easy sell with Rashford. And now we're here. We don't have the 12 million, and we have the next season with Rashford in the squad, and we have to pay him £325,000 a week. So let's say 300 times
On the bench,
Five,
Jarvis, on the
that's
bench.
15, that's
On the bench.
16, 17 million pounds on wages for a guy we not even want in a club. So this is their calculation. This is what you get with unexperienced guys who don't know what they're doing in their job. This is on Wilcox and Berada. It's their decision to reject Barcelona. They didn't want to lower the price and banking on Rashford going to another club. And still we are here, and it's costing us in wages 15, 16, 17 millions plus the 12 we lost out on because we could have sold him. So again, we have incompetent fools sitting in charge and doing the wrong things. They are making the wrong decisions over and over because they still believe they are in Manchester City. They still believe they sit in Manchester City and things will go easy and as planned. This is Man United. We are chaos. We know we are chaos. We have been sitting here with talking about every transfer window now for 10, 15 years. So again, the incompetence of the fools in charge, this is on them. And now we have Rashford back. He's the number 11. And Carrick, he's a yes man because they hired a yes man because he wouldn't be difficult. You know what they did to Amorim as soon as he spoke out? You're out. Bye-bye. The kiss of death. And every manager now who comes in Man United know if you speak up against them, you will get the sack. So the precedence is set on this. The guys in charge are in charge, not the head coach, and he has no say. He has to say yes, sir, I'll do as you say. So again, and again, it's not on Carrick then. It's on Berada, it's on Wilcox, it's on Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and Vivell. He's also there. So again, this is where we are.
Yeah. Big up. I was literally about to say that. I was about to say that. Somebody said they're bringing Rashford back for that for some sort of redemption arc with the Amazon documentary. Do you think there's any truth to that, Bilal?
Possibly. Well, they're giving him the number 11 shirt. That's got me concerned a bit. I think he's going to be a part of the squad next season, and he'll play quite a few games. But he's going to get a lot of blame for everything. But it's the owners to blame for him coming back. I don't put any blame on Rashford at all.
I actually don't. I genuinely, I just can't see it. I know that you guys, what you're saying is logical. This is what the club is doing. They're even talking about the number they want to give him. I just can't see it. I really can't see it because I can't see them. I can't see how they, like you said, how incompetent they are, Jarvis. I do believe everything you said, but how they're going to justify 300 nearly because bonuses as well now that they're in the Champions League. So club get bonuses as well because when you're on the big wage, you get a bonus. So that they reckon Rashford is going to be 350,000 a week now that we're back in the Champions League. So how do they justify that on the bench? People smash the lights. Say that again.
They'll find a way to justify this. They always do.
Yeah.
Well, we're in deep trouble if they're bringing him back. Do you think there's any truth to the Amazon thing, Jarvis?
Obviously, they will spin it as best as they can, and make a comeback story. The Mank boy, born and bred, coming back, and making his mark. Everybody has written him off, and then he came back and took us to glory. So the narrative and everything fits. For a great documentary, But the reality is Rashford is not the player he was like 3-4 seasons ago. He's lost the art of pace after his back injury when he forced himself into the Euros squad. After that,
didn't have the operation yet.
He haven't been himself. He delayed the operation and everything. So, and he was overplayed. He wasn't managed right and.
Him and Martial, both
it's
of them.
not all on Rashford, I'm fully sympathetic for his situation and what happened. But again, he's not the player he used to be. And I didn't see much playing for Barcelona last season. But again, I think most left wingers in the Barcelona system or backup striker would have scored 10, 11 goals for that team, on a decent level. So, he didn't amaze me coming in and playing for Barcelona. But what I can say is I see one option for Rashford, because we saw yesterday that the Trabzonspor, the Turkish club, signed Mo Salah. And I would say the Turkish league now look more serious, and their status in European football is becoming
they're paying
higher.
money. They're paying big money.
They're paying money, and it could be because we have seen some rumors about Fenerbahce and Rashford several times. And if you look at the team they have at Fenerbahce, they have many good players. They have Nathan Ake, they have Semenyo, what's his name? They have Milan Skriniar, they have Fred plays for them, and N'Golo Kante. So many good players. They have Asensio, Mason Greenwood. So again, it's not a rubbish team. It's a good football team, and the status of those players are quite high, and they pay a lot of money. So again, maybe we could see in the dying end of the season Rashford going on a loan to Fenerbahce, because I think they would be willing to pay his wages. And the good thing for Rashford is they pay net, so they will pay his taxes. So he will actually almost be tax free going to Turkey. So he would make a lot of money. So it could happen, if he ends up with no options.
Yeah. Big up Luani. How you doing, Luani?
Big up Luani.
Man like Luani.
Big up my brothers.
Luani. Luani, how are you? How's the family?
Good. Family is good. How are you guys doing, brothers?
How we doing, man? United winning the league. Winning it all. We're doing a treble. We're doing a treble next season, bro. 21. It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
doing the treble.
You must be happy that your boy Mason Mount's getting a chance.
Yeah, I wish I was happy, but I'm not. They're not going to fool me with that. So, I mean, good evening, therapy. I mean, Jarvis, what's up?
I'm good. How are you?
Nuruddin.
Yeah, man. Big up, bro. Long time. I hope you're good.
Good. I have some of an echo. Can you guys hear me very well?
Yeah, it's the echo might be.
Yeah,
Let me just go out and I'll come back.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Jarvis,
Luani,
can you hear me, right?
I can hear you, but there's a slight delay, and your picture is a little bit blurry. So, but try. Let's try.
It might be my Wi-Fi. So let me go. Let me jump out and jump back in.
Yeah. Big up.
Okay. We do like this. Okay. Now we.
Big up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jarvis. Yeah, we're gonna win the treble, man. I don't know why you are doom gloom.
But I just want to go back. I want to have your take on the Rashford to Turkey. Do you see it's a slight chance?
Even though apparently he rejected it outright. But I genuinely don't think Rashford wants to come back and play for Manchester United. I think that it was Ineos who wanted to get rid of him. They briefed it out to the media that they wanted to get rid of him, and then he came back and was like, "Okay, I'm going at the end of the season." He did that. I don't know where the echo is coming from, Jarvis. I don't think it was him. It is. I can hear it as well.
Is it me? No.
I think it might be me.
Okay.
I've gone out and I've come back. I don't know what's happening. Let me just have a look at my.
Let's go. You
audio.
Have
let me just check.
Mic background noise.
Let me go
echo
to audio.
cancellation. Everything looks fine. Yeah. Taya Simba says Rashford is a pace merchant, and if he can't unrun a defender, he doesn't do anything. I was watching him in the 23-24 season, and he could he couldn't go past anyone. He's washed. La Liga is slow as well. Yeah, that's a good point. And you know, this is where I'm landing when it comes to Rashford. I think he lost a yard of pace, and basically because of his back injury, that he refused to go to surgery. He chose to go to the Euros, and after that he haven't been the same. And also, you know, Man United didn't manage him well. You know, we most likely played him through injuries, same as we did with
Martial, look what we did to Martial's
Anthony
football career.
Martial. So again, it's not all on Rashford, but again, he's grown up, so he should be mature enough to say enough is enough and take care of himself.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Luani. I think I'm echoing, you know. I think it might be me, you know. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. But go ahead, just talk.
Luani,
Can you hear me?
Do you hear us? Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Your internet's moving like.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes.
Window.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, it's a mess down here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm on another planet. Likewise.
Yeah. Do you want to go out and come back in because your internet is breaking up?
If you go out and come in again, Luani, and yeah, he left. But if you're listening in, Luani, come back and don't turn off your screen.
Yeah, to turn off your screen.
But I hear there's still an echo and a delay here, Nerdin. Do you have another tab up with the YouTube show running in the background?
Let me just check.
Because I can hear myself also. Sorry, guys, it's live streaming. It's always difficult.
Yeah, apologies, people. Let me just have a look, Jarvis. That's a good idea. Other than that one there is, yeah. Let me have a look at these. No. That one. Let me just get rid of some of these. 1 second, Jarvis. Carry on, Jarvis. Just you carry on.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the echo is still here. Guys, if you want to help out the channel, I just posted the link here on Reddit, so you can press this link on X and go retweet and help us promote the show. It's always helpful. If 5 of you do this, we will have 50 more people watching in no time. So it's always helpful. Please do us that favor. So yeah, what about Joshua Zirkzee? We heard that Juventus is after him right now, and we are maybe looking at the deal from Zirkzee. I saw the reports coming out today that he has opened the door to Juventus, and he's awaiting clarity on whether the Italian club will reach an agreement with Manchester United on the transfer. And we are trying to sell him on a permanent transfer or a loan with an obligation to buy. So we will see where Juventus lands on this. But you know, we have a high ceiling and a high star with the Italian clubs. So we could see him. Yeah, I know, Marty. I know we still have an echo. I don't know what's wrong.
It's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
I saw someone said it's a StreamYard problem because Never Foul also had the same problem with Cast. What if you talk and I mute and we do the same? We always mute.
Okay. Yeah. People, can you hear me? Is the echo still there? Is there an echo there, Jarvis? Give me the thumbs up. Okay, we'll have to do that. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, Joshua says, but why can't we get money for him? Why can't we at least get 20 million for him? Like, it's ridiculous to me. Why is this loanage BS? Like, what are we doing here? But don't worry, people. 21 is coming. 21 to treble next season is coming. What happens with these injuries occur? And we need a striker. So even if he goes, we need a striker. Manchester United need a striker. If he stays or if he goes, we need a striker because we know that Sirski's not a striker guy. But so that's what we're going to need. I'm sorry, people, about the echo. I don't know what's going on. Genuinely don't know what's going on. I think it might be a technical thing to do with. Let me just have a look. Jarvis coming back.
Okay.
Is it still echo?
I don't know. I haven't changed anything. Oh, there's still an echo.
I'm sorry, people.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with us. I think it's to do with StreamYard, because everything I've got, the levels are all exactly the same as I usually have them. It's fine to the way it is. Let me just go back. Is that better? Or is it still there?
Well, your sound is better, at least. Hello? No echo. No echo. It's good.
Hello, yeah? Oh, okay. Wicked. So let's hope it works. Yeah, big up. Maybe the echo's gone now. Apologies about that, people. Apologies. But yeah, why can't we get any money for just because? We're back, people. We're back. It's all good now. It's all good. It's all gravy. Some glitch. Some glitching in the matrix. In the Manchester United football YouTube matrix. Let's talk about potential strikers that can replace him, Jarvis. Actually, I would like to ask you, Lewis Hall now is done. Who would you like to see as a left back for Manchester United? Which left backs have you seen that you like the look of?
Well, going by the history of Man United, as I always do, I try to look at, even the Andre Santos signing. We know we were linked to him earlier. So, I'm actually going back into my records and trying to figure out who have we been linked to earlier when it comes to left back, because I think they're on a list and we're going down on a list. And now when Lewis Hall apparently is over, we have options. Robinson have been mentioned. But for me, if I go back, I think we could see us maybe trying to go for the Barcelona left back Balde, or brace yourself, Alphonso Davies. He's injury prone. Bayern Munich don't want him. We have been linked to him before. Apparently, he's...
Hello.
Hello.
Can you
Now
hear
we
me?
hear you. Yes, loud and clear.
Nice. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Internet in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Hold on, Luani. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to finish my train of thoughts. When it comes to the left back, as I said, Alphonso Davies, Bayern don't want him anymore. He's not in the long-term project, as far as I understand, and they are trying to offload him to Athletic Bilbao. Apparently, he has a great grandfather something who were born in that region, so he has the genes to play for Athletic Bilbao, because we know the Basques, they only play with Basques. So what I read, Mateus Moreto had a report on Alphonso Davies out yesterday. No one has been reporting on this, but apparently he's linked to them, and they are looking at the deal. So if we are moving on to our next target, maybe Alphonso Davies could be an option that Ineos and the new structure are looking at. I'm not overly excited by Alphonso Davies. He's very injury prone, but he has some qualities I like when it comes to left backs. He's pacey, he can dribble, and he has what I call penetration power. He knows how to run at the defense, cutting on the inside. It's not just an overlapping fullback.
Yeah,
and I think that's what Carrick wants to do, trying. He is a big admirer of the PSG model when it comes to his fullback, when you look at Mendes and Hakimi. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if we are linked to Alphonso Davies in the next couple of weeks.
Well, if these clowns sign another injury-prone left back like Luke Shaw, then we're cooked. Then we're absolutely finished. Big up to Ben. Let me just welcome Ben. How you doing, Ben? You back now? Back from the holiday? How was Barcelona? Talk to me, Ben. How are we doing?
Yeah, big up, man. Good evening, everyone.
You
Oh,
are,
I think there's an echo.
your echo is so bad. Let me mute.
Am I good to go? Oh, I can still hear myself. Okay, there's a loud echo?
Yeah, carry on. I think it's to do with the stream yard. It's been happening in the other streams. So
Oh,
carry
is that
on.
right? Alright, maybe I'll turn down my mic as well here. Hang on a wee sec. Hang on. That's perfect. Yeah, big up, guys. Big up to the chat, man, as always, bro. Yeah, man, Barcelona was unbelievable, bro. Me and my missus enjoyed herself. It was just phenomenal weather, man. Over 30 degrees heat, man. I was literally fucking depressed on the way home last night. Obviously it was like a midnight flight on the way home, and literally didn't get arriving back to about 3:30 in the morning. And in 3 hours time I was away to work. So I didn't have much sleep, man, but I slept most of the time on the plane, man. But yeah, man, like Barcelona's beautiful, man. Like, you know, I've been to Barcelona before, bro, and it was literally a last minute holiday. Me and my missus just walked into the room one day and said, "Do you want to go to Barcelona?" I said, "Yeah." So we went to the new camp. Did all the usual stuff in Barcelona. Went along the beach, you know, did all that, and then obviously I went out, played a few rounds of golf, man. It was beautiful. Weather was just outstanding. Maybe a wee bit too hot for my liking, but I love the heat, man. I hate the cold. I never will like the cold, and yeah, like to see coming back to this country that I live in right now, and I wake up next morning and I see rain because it was raining today, so it was really, really bad. It just makes me depressed, man. But look, it is what it is, bro. But yeah, man. So obviously, I don't know what you guys have been talking about tonight. I'm grateful to be on today, but I think, guys, to start off, I think we're not all real fans, guys. We're too negative. You know, sometimes I think we're a bit too harsh on Ineos. I think we do have the best in class, man. Sometimes emotional fans, you know, you know, apparently we're just taking the piss, bro. Like we're just crying. We need to stop crying. We need to stop complaining, man. Like, you know, we've got 2 class signings so far. You know, we're actually doing work. The fact that we're keeping quiet about how we're doing our transfers is a really, really good thing. We all need to stop gurning, boys. You know, we need to stop gurning. Like, you know, the transfer window's not over yet, guys. The transfer window's not over yet. So look, it is what it is. Like, you know, 21's coming home, guys. Like, it is going to be coming. We are going to be competing, bro. We really are going to be competing, man. I believe in this Monaco billionaire. I really,
Ineos,
really do.
you're the one.
Oh,
Still
yeah. But honestly, man, it's what I've seen today, man. What I've seen today. And
And I
I'm
want
not
to ask
thinking
you
it.
the question.
Um,
Are you having Alfonso Davis at Manchester United?
brother, this is all panic station. Too little, too late, man. You know, look, I like Alfonso Davis, but he's so injury prone. I see. The thing is, obviously, me being a fullback, I like attacking fullbacks. I like attacking fullbacks and get up and down the pitch. Alfonso Davis can do that, but the difference is the intensity of the Premier League is a different kettle of fish. Now the fact that he's come from German league, you know, it's a wee bit. You know, I don't really like players from German league. That's not really my I don't really watch the German league as much. I prefer obviously more so the Spanish league or the French league. Obviously, we have been linked to that left back from Barcelona, I believe, the Baldy. He's quite good. He is, but my go-to is Lewis Hall or Trafford. It has to be Lewis Hall or Trafford,
But
bro.
also, but we've been linked to that Santander.
Yeah. From the Santander guy,
Silinas.
Yeah, exactly, man. Look,
Silinas.
look. At the end of the day, like people, you know, we're now. I said it the other day. We're in the 5th of August. The season starts in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The window ends in 3 weeks and a bit. Right, 3 weeks and a bit. People can then say, you can do a lot in 3 weeks. You can't.
4 weeks, to be fair. 4 weeks.
Four,
then.
4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. But still, I don't think we're actually. I am being generous here. I think we're only going to get one more player in, and that's just me, right? But the fact that people are actually going around accusing us emotional fans of complaining. Stop your complaining. Stop your gurning. Stop. Why can't you just be positive about what Ineos are doing, bro? Brother, do you know what's crazy? The fact that people have the audacity to say to me, and the audacity to say to Nurden, the audacity to say to Jarvis and to everyone in this chat, saying, why are you complaining? Brother, I have wasted over 10 years of my fucking life trying to be patient. Where these last 10 years have been a fucking dark shit show, bro. I am done with being patient now. I need to see some fucking action now when it comes to these fucking ownership. I'm sorry. The fact that everyone's telling me to stop complaining, brother. Brother, if 10 years is not long enough, man, or it's more than 10 years, then I don't know. It's actually 14 years if we want to speak about Fergie's final speech, bro. It's just mind blowing, bro. Like, realistically, the reality is, big up the side every fucking time, man. Like, I'm just glad he now understands. You know, he's joined us, Nerdin. He's joined all of us in the Ineos in the Ineos brigade, man. Honestly, it's just embarrassing, man. And look, forget about David Ornstein. Forget about Fabrizio Romano, because it's not their fault. David Ornstein actually put pressure on the club by saying, this is nowhere near good enough for Man United. He actually deliberately said that. And I actually really am grateful for David Ornstein that he said that, because Jimmy's going to look, he's probably in a first class lounge with the American family and the Glazers saying, how dare he says that? We can shut him up tonight and buy Lewis Hall, bro. Brother, it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. What are we doing here? You know, no other club is £1.3 billion in debt, man. That's the facts, people. That's the fucking facts. So if you can't pay off the fucking debt, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What's your accomplishment? What is your, like, the fact that people say, you know, look at what other clubs are doing, Ben. Like, the market's dead, brother. Forget about what other clubs are doing for a sec. We could talk about that down the line. Focus on what we're doing. This is the perfect opportunity to close the gap, bridge the gap. You know, Pep Guardiola's left, probably frankly the best manager to ever exist in football, and Maresca's came in. We don't know how good Maresca's going to be. Everyone's had a new manager. Why not? Why not put pressure on Arsenal, who've just bought Bruno G, by the way? Their midfield's going to be mental. It's outside of Arsenal, like, I mean, do you know what's crazy? People are going to say Liverpool haven't done well. Bro, you know, it's kind of madness to say that Liverpool and Man United have had the worst transfer window in so long, man. And people are going to say, but Tielemans and Santos are good deals. They are good deals, but we need that. We have never replaced Michael Carrick. We have never replaced Schneiderlin, Schweinsteiger, Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, Herrera. We haven't replaced all these fucking players, and all we've done is bought two players. We've brought Shea Lacey, or I don't call him Shea Lacey. I'm calling him Lionel Lacey, by the way, people, because I know there's a Bruno Fernandes army out there. I know there's a Luke Shaw army out there. I know there's the Ineos army out there who are they're the proper bastards out there. But I am part of this. I am officially part of the Lionel Lacey out there, man. That kid is changing my fucking life. And look, I'm so honestly see the first two games I've watched. Yes, it's preseason, but I can tell a winger when I can see one, and see that guy. Honestly, people watch out for this kid. Nerd has watched him for so many years. I've watched him well, I only started recently watching him. I'm not saying I've read so much about him, man, but the fact that I'm seeing a kid cutting the inside and cutting the outside, and his weak foot's phenomenal. This kid has a much brighter future than Amad Diallo and Buemo, Cunha, the whole lot, bro. And I'm even saying that, people, even Lenny Euro, Aiden Heaven, this kid is fucking future. He is going to be Mr. Man United, man. And I hope and pray to God that he doesn't have any injuries. But back to the main point.
That's quite exciting. Let's stay on that. So what are you excited about this season? I'm quite excited about the season because
do you know what it is, Nerdin? Right, this is me, right? So it's now 2 weeks until Hull, right? What I'm doing right now is putting my feet up, right, sitting back and watching, and if I see anyone saying it'd be all right, look, it's only we've only drew the Hull, like we've lost the Hull. It's the first game of the season. Then I'm forget all the bullshit, forget all the excuses, man. This like the sides pick up the side. He's taking the right approach. Everyone, you Nerdin as well, and Jarvis, we should all put our feet up, watch the game, and if Carrick starts to struggle in the first few games, which is going to be a fucking shit show, especially in the midfield, we're going to be watching the midfield and the defence. If the defence and the midfield get overrun, then we're just going to be sat here with our shades on saying, I told you so, guys. I told you so. So, look, I think that's the best approach we got to take, Nerdin. We just got to let Carrick, I feel so sorry for Carrick because I said it under Amarim. Yes, people are going to say Amarim got Embuemo, Cunha, Sesko, Lemons. But the thing is, Amarim never got a midfielder. He never got a midfielder. With Carrick, which is even worse, by the way, because they've only spent 80 million on Michael Carrick. Sorry, I wouldn't even say 80 million because we got Hoyland money, we got Vitek money, we got Casemiro wages money. We've actually got. I think we've only spent about 30. We've spent 30, 40 million. Like if you're including net as well. Like, bro, what are we doing here? What are we fucking doing here? And people have the audacity to say to me, I mean, few people have already called out this channel before. I'm not even going to mention them names, man. But the audacity for them to call out this channel for saying we're being too fucking negative. All we're doing is complaining and being emotional fans. But the reality is, them fans don't even have a fucking brain on what life was like in the last 10 fucking years, bro. I've literally had to come home every fucking time and saying, fucking hell, man. Like, we're going for manager after manager after manager, players after players after players after players, when the reality is we never seen where the main cancer was, and the main cancer was right at the fucking top, man. Like, honestly, when are we ever gonna get fix up, bro? We're never gonna fix up. That's just the reality. Like, I'm just super glad to this day that this is the only Man United channel that we speak the fucking truth, man. Where it's nothing to do with negativity. We just want, me, Nerd, and Jarvis want our club back. And what we've seen in the last fucking 10, 15 fucking years is just cancerous. It's just greed. Because, the thing is, people say we don't have the money. We don't have the money. But we just gained 200 million British pounds from qualifying for the Champions League. So the question I would like to ask the Ineos army, what are they using the 200 million British pounds on? Are they just saying, hey, Avram, Joel, why don't we get a gathering in Monaco and purchase a wee yacht and get a few 50 or 60 bottles of champagne, of rich champagne? Brother, fuck off. That's what they're doing.
Maybe we're part of funding. Have you ever thought about we might be funding?
Yes. Well, I feel sorry for you, Nerd, with the season ticket holders.
That Avaram bought. Jarvis, what are you excited about? I'm sick of this nigga. 21 is coming. Treble next season. What are you excited about?
Well, right now, today, the only thing that got me a little bit excited is that I see Fulham actually trying to sign a new defensive midfielder. Need I say more? Because Shea Charles, the guy that we were linked to a little bit earlier this season, this window, the guy who plays for Southampton, youngster, I think he's Northern Irish, or is he Irish?
Who's this, sorry?
Shea Charles.
Shea Charles. Yeah. He's Irish.
Northern Ireland. I
oh no,
believe.
he is Ireland, but he lives in Northern Ireland, so he could be both nations. But I think he just chose Northern Ireland because, I mean, half his family lives up there.
Yeah. So basically now I just checked on FootMob. So he plays for Northern Ireland. So this is the guy.
Can you mute while Jarvis is talking?
Yes.
Echoing, yeah. Can you mute?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
okay.
mute.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So again, if it's still echoing, let me know in the chat, and I'll try to reconnect. But Shea Charles, as you see, his primary position is DM. He's young. He's 22 years of age. Northern Irish, and the news that came out today was this. came from Ben Jacobs saying that Fulham are working on a deal to sign Jay Charles, as revealed on Talksport. Not done yet, but talks are advancing. So again, the only reason I could see Fulham going to sign a player like Jay Charles, because he's almost the same mold, the same profile as Sander Berge. It's why would they sign him when they have other DMs? They have Harrison, they have Lukic, they have Sander Berge. Why do they need another DM? The only reason I can think of is they are selling one of their other DMs. So, I know it's slim, but I'm grasping at straws when it comes to Sander Berge. So it could mean that Man United are working on the Sander Berge deal. So that's just my 2 cents on the current situation, and actually this made me quite happy. And Jay Charles is a brilliant player. I wouldn't mind us bringing him in as the fourth choice midfielder. If you look at his player traits, touches 81 percentile, shot attempt 79, goals 87, 80, 81, 53. So he almost fills out the whole cake. And if you look at this FB referables, it's green all over the line. It's green. So he's a great player, but he's not Premier League proven. He's young. He's played in the Championship. Almost got promoted for Southampton. We all know what happened to the Spygate thing with Southampton, so they didn't get to play the playoff finals. But again, it's an interesting one for me, and because I can't trust the journalist anymore when it comes to transfers. So I have to do my own research, try to connect the dots. Same goes with Alphonso Davies, but I have no sources. It's just me trying to connect the dots. So I'm just putting it out there, and I want to know your takes.
Well, obviously, I'm from the echo's still going a wee bit. I watched Northern Ireland, I watched Republic of Ireland. Obviously, if you were to ask me who I support more, obviously it's Republic. Always have been Republic. But I've watched plenty of Northern Ireland games, and I've seen Shay Charles play. Obviously, Connor Bradley would be the main star for Northern Ireland at the moment, and Jamal Lewis. But obviously, he's injured. He's been injured for so too long, should we say? But no, look, when it comes to Shay Charles, I do like him, right? But I don't think it sounds so harsh. I just don't think he's like we should be signed. Like he should become our club, man. I don't think he's that level yet, man. And look, he's still very young. I actually sort of disagree with you, Jarvis, regarding he's similar to Sanderberg. Obviously, when I've watched him. Oh, I think you're muted, Jarvis.
Oh, I'm just going to say profiling wise, not the same type of player, but profile.
Oh, yeah, profile. Yeah.
If you're building a team on profiles, he would be in that type of profile. What I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, when I've watched him, he has been. I mean, he was actually one of the better players when we played against Germany in that qualifiers when we were away to Germany. We were actually the better team. We just got so unfortunate when Germany scored that goal with Wirtz. It was a free kick, so it was, and we were actually the better team. And look, our system is literally Ruben Amorim systems, literally a 5-4-1 we set up. But I like his awareness around the pitch. It's quite good, but on the ball, I do have my worries on him. That's when indeed Jarvis news. No, but it's more so on the ball. I don't think he's that great. Obviously watching him a couple of times, I think that's where his weaknesses are. It's not so off the ball. It's more so on the ball. I mean, every time he's on the ball, or any Northern Irish players on the ball, they just lose the ball instantly, bro. Because like, it sounds so harsh for me to say this, because obviously I live in this country. Like, but we can't pass shit, man, because our pass has been fucking dreadful, man. And look, partially it comes down to the system, but it comes down to obviously quality too. And do I think he's a good player? Yeah, but it'd be more quantity than quality. Like, I'm not trying to be like super harsh, but I'm comparing to Man United here. Man United's different kettle of fish, man, compared to like Northern Ireland. And yes, we've had some decent Northern Ireland players in the past. Johnny Evans, he's a red, and then Paddy McNair, he was a good player. Really good player. And obviously we had
John O'Shea. No, he was Irish.
John O'Shea. He was Irish. But we had Roy Carroll. back in the day. Obviously, people have their opinions on him, like, but no, honestly, it would be a no for me. Zanderberg is the perfect player for me. Or obviously it would have been him and Tchouaméni if we were to get two, man. But look, Zanderberg, I'm all for Zanderberg, man, and I just think if we bought Shea Charles, I would be kind of disappointed. Look, I'd still support him because he's he's one of our own. Obviously, is half his family from down south and half his family from up here, and obviously it's kind of impossible to get onto the Republic of Ireland team because it's a lot better quality than the North. Like, but no, honestly, I'm just I would like us to like move away from Shea Charles. Like, I was kind of like shocked when I seen the links, obviously with Shea Charles, but Sanderberg for me any day of the week, and it's good. It's really, really good. I'm glad Fulham were actually acknowledging Shea Charles because he might actually do well for Fulham. I think he would.
Fulham is doing bits on the transfer market. They just signed two youngsters from Real Madrid. I just checked X, and they are linked to another centre back, as far as I know. So they are signing players and helping out the new manager. And there's a big job to be done after Marco Silva is leaving. And maybe they are just trying to shift out because they have a lot of older players. Harrison, Lukic, all of them. Even Sander Berge, who's 28. I think it's a healthy sign that they are trying to offload some of the older players and bring in some fresh blood into the squad with a new manager. So, maybe, the new, what's his name? The guy who was the assistant for Real Madrid at the end of the season. Arbeloa. Maybe Arbeloa feels he doesn't need Sanderberg. We don't rely on him. So I would gladly take him. And we know the price, £40 million. Is it within the reach of Ineos? Do they have it in them to spend that kind of money without crying themselves to sleep the next 3 months? We don't know, but I'm still hoping that we can go for a signing like Sanderberg, and I think that will settle and fix our midfield. And then I would almost feel certain that we will at least fight for Champions League qualification next season. Without him, I'm not even sure. I'm hoping maybe top 6, maybe top 6.
Yeah, but even still, though, Jarvis, if we get that third midfielder in, if hopefully it is Sanderberg, but regardless of if we get the third midfielder or not, like that left back and the centre back, see that watching pre-season, yes, it's been quite decent, but obviously we've been playing against kids and stuff like in the remember the Atletico team, like that was their third team, like it wasn't their first team or second team, it was the third team. So look, I really do worry about this defense, man. Like, I have to stress this to you guys, and I'm seeing a lot of people out there saying we don't need a centre back because Luke Shaw can play centre back, Mazarawi can play centre back. We don't need to add. We've got 6 defenders already. We don't need to add more defenders. Like, bro, like
Carrick can play centre back if needed. We've done it before, so yeah, why not? Remember the time when we played Carrick and who was it? The other midfielder as centre backs.
I think it was Roy Keane. Was it Roy Keane?
Roy Keane.
No. It was. What's the guy we signed from Bayern Munich?
Schweinsteiger?
No. Owen Hargreaves. I think it was.
Oh, Hargreaves.
Hargreaves and Carrick played as centre backs. We had so many injuries. I think it was the season when we had Laurent Blanc and all of them. So yeah, it can be done. So Carrick is an option if you get injuries. I'm just joking.
What about Jim? Can Jim do us a job in midfield? He runs marathons.
Yeah, and he don't even need to warm up. He just do a couple of stretches and it's good to go.
Get Nerd to play centre back.
Actually, my cartilage is gone. Cartilage injuries are the worst knee injuries you can get as a football player. Worse than ACLs. Cartilage is worse than ACLs. Because cartilage doesn't grow. You can't get any blood cells into that part of the body. So yeah, my football days are behind me. I'm really excited about the season. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Can you both mute because I can hear myself?
Yes, I'll mute.
I'm genuinely excited about the season. I'm not gonna lie to you guys because there's so many unknowns. So many unknowns. So people, we're very close to 150. So the least you could do is like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're shadow banned, as you know. We've got fantastic guests for you. We've got Ben here. Ben, we're gonna call Ben Ben Guinness. You know what I mean? Jarvis in Indiana now. That's his new nickname now. It sticks. Ben Guinness, mate. Ben was in the chat having it on the.
Don't talk about it.
I think it might have been Jarvis Corner. Was it Jarvis Corner or was the other another show?
Jarvis. It was Jarvis.
Yeah. And it was brilliant. He was on the Guinness. He like drank 10 Guinness, something like that, 15 Guinness. But he was having it. He was having it up
I
there.
think it was 13.
13, yeah.
It was 13, man. And honestly, bro,
like, Manchester United not winning a league title.
Do you know what's crazy? Like we were at this Irish bar, and obviously my missus was with a crowd, and I actually was speaking to a couple of Man United fans, and apparently my missus has a video for me. I'll need to send you all it. It's me literally saying, like singing, "Ineos, you're the one." Don't gaslight us all. And you know what's crazy? Everyone was like saying, he was like saying, "Fuck, we need more of you." And I said, "What do you mean?" He says we need more of the Irish coming over to Old Trafford because one of them had a season ticket, and look, he says, look, apparently there was some email or some shit that was that Man United sent out. Apparently there was like a bug or some shit that went viral. I don't know what it was, but apparently he's lost his season ticket or some shit, and he's trying to get the club to get it back from the club, obviously, because apparently it's some like viral or I don't know what it is. People, you might know in the comments more than me, like, but apparently my missus says I was mad. Like, I mean, to be fair, she had a lot of prosecco down her too. Like, so it was a win for both of us. But she said she was actually telling me at the start, saying, "Ben, come on, you need to get back to the hotel so you can get out for a round of golf at 7:30 in the morning." And I said, "Okay, I'll have one more." And but I said one more, and I was like, 1 or 2 hours later, and I'm still drinking. I said to my missus, I said, "Okay, I think I've had too much." And my missus then saying, instead of her saying, "Okay, we go home," my missus then says, "Oh no, I'm still talking. I'll have another 2 glasses of prosecco." The cheeky.
Wow. See what I mean?
Cheeky. So look, that's just the fucking joys of the Irish, man. We never stop until, I mean, fuck, I think I got home to about 4:30 in the morning, and then my missus then woke me up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, saying, "Look, you need to get going to your golf tea time." And I said, "Oh, for God's sake!" And do you know what's crazy? The first 2 holes, I literally told like there's 3 of these random people. 2 of them were from Cornwall, and then 1 of them was from Newcastle. And I literally told them, like, said, "Boys, I'm gonna be very slow off the rip here because I'm just literally only having 4 hours sleep." 13 pints of Guinness down me, and they said, "Oh, don't worry, lad. Says you can come caddy for us if you start to vomit." Oh, but I love the name Ben Guinness. Oh, good name.
Ben Guinness,
good name.
mate. Ben Guinness.
Of course, bro.
Yeah. Big up. Listen,
Big up,
the season's going to be looking very interesting for me personally because there's so many unknowns. But I just want to see decent football. And yeah, Jamie Wayne, yeah. Because you know why? Do you know why I think United would do well in the Champions League? Because the football is not as intense as it is in the Premier League. And I saw Spurs, who finished 16th or wherever they finished, 17th, with 11 first-team players injured, did really well in the Champions League. So I'm expecting United to do well in the Champions League. I am. But we can have a laugh about that. Obviously, Ben is the Shane Lacey fan club. He's the CEO, he's the captain, he's the director, he's the CEO. Jarvis, I wanted to ask before we finish up here, which player are you most excited about next season?
Out of the youngsters, you mean, or in
Any,
general?
young or old, whatever.
Well, I have a sneaky suspicion. I think a lot of people have written off both Mbumo and Ahmad. I think we can see massive seasons from both of them. First of all, Mbumo has had a proper preseason this season. I think he will do well. And I also think Ahmad Diallo he has something to prove after last season. He's not happy with this end product. I think he didn't reach his markers when it comes to assists and goals. So I think we can see both of them, and also I think they feel they have Shea Lacey breathing down their neck now, so they have to perform. So both of them I think can come good. And when it comes to Sesko, now we spent six first months of his cameo at the club trying to adjust from the Bundesliga to the Premier League, but I think he will come good. So somewhere in between 20 goals in all comps for Sesko.
Are you not concerned that he's injured? He's not had a pre-season.
He looked very fit. I think he's serious. He didn't play in the World Cup. I think he's been. So yeah, well, I don't know. But for him to score a lot of goals, we need someone who can cross the ball. So it would be nice for us to sign a fullback with crossing abilities.
Yeah. For me,
Go ahead.
Yeah, big up, man. Yeah, for me, I mean, I've got like 3 players I'm really looking forward to this season. Depending on Carrick, by the way, this is just my view, for like Carrick's sake. I think Jarvis, you've pointed out a good shout there with Sesko. Like, I don't think we've seen the best of Sesko, but that's a good thing. And I think there is plenty of more for Sesko to to show from us. I really like Sesko's profile. I think everyone giving him stick because he can't fucking press. That's just a load of ludicrous bullshit right there, man. So what if he can't press, man? At least he's actually, he's thinking more stand behind the ball instead of stand in front of the ball, like what Bruno Fernandes does. Like, he runs around like a hellish chicken, bro. But look, Sesko's one of them. And I'm just gonna fire this out because I just think this player has been he's been done so harsh at his Man United career, and I think everyone knows who I'm going to say, and I just really hope if he stays that Carrick does play him a lot more, because what I seen with the last game of the season was just quality and just shows how good of a player he is, man. No. Mazarawi number 2, and then finally everyone knows who I'm gonna say last. It's I just hope he gets played enough. I don't think he is, because he still is a kid. It's brackets, and put brackets in as well. Shea Lacey and Aiton Heaven as well. But Mazarawi is definitely an underrated shout, people, because look, Mazarawi's been through. He hasn't had the best of career, because obviously Ruben Amorim played him here and there, but played him in the wing back. Carrick has not rated him at all. Like, it's shocker. And look, when it comes to Amad Diallo, I can actually understand why Amad Diallo went through his bad patch. Obviously, I think it was his mother. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nerdin, or the chat. Amad Diallo's mother passed away last season. So look, a mother passed away last season for a footballer. What goes on up there, and he's still very, very young, man. It's a lot for Ahmad to take it all in, man. So look, I think it is a big season for Ahmad, similar to Mbuemo, but I'm glad to see Shea Lacey be there and say, look, guys, if you aren't performing, I'm here and I'm going to be taking your spot. So I'm just really glad that Shea Lacey is here, and I just hope the same with Mazarawi, man. The fact I'm here and vice captain Diego Dalot, man. Oh, it just makes me so worried, man, with Maz, bro, because this, like, people are gonna say he's not really attacking enough. He's just more sitting back and stuff. But you need a hybrid fullback. You can't be just having one fullback that just he's so attacking minded. You have to have that defensive mind. And Mazraoui is probably arguably one of the best, defensive right backs, like one-on-one, like in the Premier League right now. He is class. Like, but we've seen him how far he was up with in that Brighton game, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more from Mazraoui, like, you know. So I just hope he gets his shot, man. And Sesko, I'm all for Sesko, bro. I think it all comes down to what Jarvis said. If someone can just fucking cross the ball into the box for him, and I'm not hearing any of this bullshit. If I see any of this bullshit by saying if we don't cross the ball to Sesko, but we're gonna cross the ball to Xerxes, I don't want to see any of that shit, man. You know, cross the ball to the both of them. Like, you know, they want service. You know, Sesko needs service, man. And I just hope he does get that service, man. But we know what number 9s are like at Man United these days, bro. It's literally a graveyard shift, you know. So it is what it is. But bring on Shea Lacey, bro. Bring it on, bro. I can't wait to see him.
I just want to say, I want to hear your answer when it comes to this, Noradin, before we move on. But I just want to add, because I see some comments. I saw someone coming in and say we don't need a third midfielder. We have Jim Thwaites and all of this. I made this point the other day on my own channel, and people got to realize, you know, these youngsters, a lot of them are not ready to come into the Premier League. It's the toughest league in the world. And, you know, friendlies are one thing. Another thing is when the Premier League starts going, you play against the biggest, the toughest, the strongest, the fastest, the quickest, the most technical, and, you know, the best guys with the strongest mentality. And when you just throw kids into it, you know, if you don't develop them, give them time to adjust. And, you know, even Sesko, we saw him coming in as a young player. It took him 6 months before he was ready for the tempo of the Premier League. And he's an adult, you know, he's not a teenager. So, you know, talking about Jim Thwaites, Amos, Lacey, the Fletcher twins, all of them, and having high hopes just because we saw them perform in, you know, some friendlies, some televised training sessions early on, because preseason, the first couple of games is mostly about fitness, mostly about getting back into fitness. And that's what most teams do. And most teams, you know, they have different curves of their development. Some train really hard before games. Some have like the day off, so they will have a little bit more energy when the game is, you know. And a lot of these youngsters, you know, this is their highlight, you know, they know this is their chance. So they have been preparing for this preseason, you know. Shea Lacey, Amos, Thwaites, the Fletcher twins, all of them, you know, they have been training hard and preparing. You know, they have not been laying on the couch drinking Coke and eating pizza during the World Cup. You know, they have been out doing their workouts every day. You know, they have not been skipping anything just to be in top shape now when we have the friendlies, because this is their chance, you know, to show themselves through the world. Maybe not Man United, maybe a different club. So again, you know, going on that and saying Jim Thwaites can come in. Yeah, okay, maybe. But the chances are very small for example, a guy like Jim Thwaites to come in now and be a part of this Man United first team squad. The only one I'm sure that will take the next step is Shea Lacey, because I saw him in the season. He's ready. I said so right away. He's ready. But the other guys, I'm not sure. And I just want to, you know, try to keep people level-headed when it comes to these youngsters. Not put too high of expectations on them, because if we play them and they play one bad game, 2 bad games, you know, this fan base will go at them. They will slaughter them. Social media, he's useless. He's a fucking prick. Get him out of my club. I don't want him. And he's fucking a kid. He's 18, 19, you know, a teenager. You know, he haven't had his first kiss yet. And still, you know, we are throwing them out to the wolves. So for me, you know, they are really good, big, talented players, but we have to develop them properly. And Nuruddin have been speaking of this so many times. You know, we don't develop these youngsters, you know, and that's why all of these talents fail time after time. You know, we haven't had the academy producing these talents, far from, you know, as we were used to in the 90s and the 2000s. So again, you know, that's a problem. We have produced like the Jesse Lingards and Rashfords and McTominays, but, you know, not the super talents that we did in the 90s and 2000s with the Beckhams and Scholes and all of them. So it's different times also. So yeah, but that's just my take on the academy. But Nurdin, what's your expectations, and who would be the surprise as we can see of the players next season, as you said?
The Ballon d'Or contender for next season for Manchester United is a gentleman called Mace Money Mount.
Oh my god.
The Ballon d'Or, the Ballon d'Or contender, Many Mace Mount. He's the guy who's going to solve all of our problems. And another guy who's going to be incredible again, who's going to give us that Zidane effect, is a guy called Tillemans. He's only played 20. He only missed 23 games last season. Jarvis thinks we've got the pool that, you know, those kind of chambers now, the jogging where you can jog on the thing. We haven't got the actual experts who can help players not to get injury again. And the dietitians, people who are doing all of the tests to see if they're dehydrated.
But we have a Cairo chamber, we have ice bath, we have CT machines, you know, so we have upgraded in a way.
But we need, Jarvis, we need the tech. You can have all the equipment you want, but if you don't have the actual expertise, because Jim and Glazers won't pay for these people, then you're going to have the problems we're going to have. But Mason Mount is our third new midfielder. The club is saying they stepped away from that. And I'm looking forward to seeing Lacey. Ahmad is a huge season. I agree with Jarvis here. Huge season for Mbemo as well. He didn't finish the season well. So for those players who didn't finish the season well, it's an incredibly important season for them. Mazraoui, unless he leaves, I expect him to play more. And I hope he gets a chance to play more to show what he's capable of.
What about Heaven?
Heaven staying fit because he's had, I don't know what people thought, but last season he had a couple of injuries, different periods of the season he was out. So it's going to be very interesting. Him, both Euro playing more as a right back. I don't think we need a right back as much, but Euro's being played a right back right now. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the game against Dublin. I don't know when are these new players, obviously. Mazraoui's come back, Bruno's come back, Diego Dalot's come back. And the only two players who are not back at Manchester United is Mainu and Rashford. They're the only two players who are not back, but every player is back now. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. People, we're on 250 likes. Can we get 30 more likes and push it for 200? Can we get 30 more likes? But, I mean, I'm excited. Big up to everybody. Big up, that's amazing. Big up to all the mods and everybody helping with that. I'm excited about the season because there's so many unknowns. Genuinely, I feel bad for the United fans who thought this was a chance to really, with 6 signings of quality signings, we could have those people who think we can close the gap and even maybe, you know, challenge for a league title. That's never been my expectation. You know what my 2 pence on the model, the ownership model of this football club. It's never going to be. Arsenal had to change their model for them to start competing for league titles again and again and again. 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row. And the Glazers and Ineos don't want to ever do that. They're not willing to change. So I just want to see good football. I just want to be able to go to Old Trafford next season. Other than usually getting bopped, I want to be able to bop teams. And I hope that Tielemans stays fit. The biggest thing what I'm hoping for is that the players that we've signed, the players that we've had from last season, they're not as injury prone as they were last season. But I won't put my hat on that.
Yeah.
I will not put my hat on that. We're going to get injuries and suspensions. And players are going to take more knocks, so they're going to have more players injured. There are 2 types of injuries. So the injuries that are internal to the way the physiology of somebody. And then there are the injuries where you get knocks. You know, somebody goes in hard, 50-50. You get bruised. It takes you a couple of days for the bruise to calm down, for the swelling to calm down. You do different kind of injury and rehab, and you're back. But at the end of the day, this is what the club is telling us. So there's lots to be excited about, people. Like I said, I hope that we get to see more of. You even saw the thing about Lacey. Lacey's had really horrible injuries from when he was about 13 till about 16, 17. He was in and out, you know, in terms of the injuries that he was getting. But yeah, it's difficult. Jarvis, you preparing something? Have you got something to show us?
No. I'm just saying hi to Grace and Tyrone. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. I'm glad a lot of people have tuned in. And guys, don't forget to smash the like. 150
Yeah, big up.
likes. That's fantastic, guys. Yeah.
I think what people need to understand is when people say like where we have a squad, we have depth, why do people like me, Nerd and Jarvis, the whole URT, why do we all think of the worst case scenario when it comes to injuries? It's because we have the worst medical department in football history. We literally do. Like, look at Martial, look at Paul Pogba, look at Rashford, look at even De Ligt as well. Martinez, he was rushed back. Kobe Mino, he was played to death and he got injured. I know. The thing is, yes, we could say the best case scenario, we might not get many injuries this season. Let's just say the best case scenario. Let's be positive. But if you're being the worst case scenario, we already are at a disadvantage with this medical department. Obviously, Dr. Death is still here. So injuries is a likely thing that is going to happen, with obviously on top of most teams in the Premier League, because injuries happen everywhere. We're all human beings at the end of the day. No one is literally a fucking robot these days. But look, so that's the first thing I want to get stress out. Obviously, we don't when we think about the worst case scenario, we know obviously with relation to our medical department. Then the second thing I want to stress out too is the fact that, yes, let's say I do agree with Nerd, I am looking forward to this season. Let's see what Carrick has to offer. Obviously, looking forward for Shea Lacey, but I just want good football, man. I want good in-game management. And if if I don't see any good in-game management, just like Amram wasn't good, just like Ten Hag wasn't good in-game management, then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to criticize Carrick, and people can say you're being too harsh and stuff. Look, I'm just applying the same pressure as what Amram was, as what Ten Hag was, as what Ollie was, because, back then I was more so in defense of their in-game management because it wasn't entirely their fault, because the people above are ruining our coaches. Yes, obviously the system aren't the system is one of the reasons as well. I'm not gonna deny that too, but it's just becoming a repetitive pattern, man. And the fact that I seen everyone go so in on Ten Hag, go so in on Ole, go so in on, I mean, even Jose. Like, even though I didn't like Jose at all, but the thing is with Jose, like, I was just really annoyed that Jose never really spoke the truth about the ownership, man. So look, I'm just sick and tired of this fucking bias bullshit when it comes to Carrick inners, and I mean, even to some extent Amram inners as well. Like, I mean, I was more so wanting to keep Amram because the thing is, Amram, he wanted us to suffer, and the more we suffered, the more it just means pressure onto most of the Man United fans, but then put more pressure onto this ownership, man. And that's all I ever want, man. Like, I'd do anything in my fucking power to get rid of this fucking ownership, man. Even if it's the fucking most dangerous shit in the world or the most weirdest shit in the world, I'd fucking do anything to get rid of these people. More than Bruno Fernandes, more than Harry Maguire, more than Luke Shaw. It's nothing to do with players. It's nothing to do with manager. These people are just the core soul of the reason of our failure, man. Yes, partially it is because of recruitment. 100%, we have recruited like, it's been shocking, and managers too, and systems, because we've been all over the show. We played a faded back, all this shit, but the core soul has never been changed at this football club, and that's these fucking vultures, man. And I don't think it ever will change, man, until we just get a grip on. And look, the most important thing as well is Side. Even big up the Side, man. He said a really, really good point, because a fan actually approached him and said, Side, why don't you go and get all your buddies, and so we could start protesting for police transfers. But if we organize a protest regarding transfers, then that means we're okay in keeping Ineos. We're just protesting for transfers. You don't protest for transfers. You protest for the depth. You protest for 20 years of fucking failure on top of Ineos, obviously failure too. people. The fact that we were going to protest for Carlos Baleba, that's just fucking abysmal, man. Because we're just protesting for the transfer market. We're not actually protesting for them to leave. I'd rather protest for them to leave than protest for fucking transfers. I'm not here for this bullshit, man. I just want these lot gone out of my life. And honestly, with tomorrow with Mandem Talk, I wish this guy at the top left hand corner all the best. He better say his prayers, man, because Durden's in for a big one tomorrow in Mandem Talk. Let me just say that, people, because everyone thinks that Durden's just
Working.
negative.
Unfortunately, I'm working.
No.
But listen, good news. We're going to end the show on a good news. The Dr. Death has left Manchester United. Manchester United have a new medical doctor, team doctor. His name is Dr. Ahmad, and he is, let me just give you some details. Manchester United, a new doctor is Imtiaz Ahmed, arriving from Crystal Palace of Sports Medicine, and William Forteby from Everton as the first team doctor. So we've revamped our medical department.
When was that, Durden?
So Gary O'Driscoll has left.
Okay.
And
that's great news.
That's great news. Yeah.
Are they into effect as of now, or are they on a gardening leave waiting to? They are.
No, they're there now.
Okay. That's fantastic news. That's fantastic news. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you saw there were some Champions League qualifying around the early stages going on yesterday, and I'm a Norwegian, follow Bodø/Glimt, and I know you Nuruddin, follow Bodø/Glimt quite well, and they played yesterday 3-3 away against the Belgium champions. What's they called? Union Saint-Gilloise, or how do you say their name? Union. So that's great news. So Bodø/Glimt has them next week coming to their AstroTurf. So maybe we will see Bodø/Glimt in the Champions League next season too. And by the way, your centre back scored. Bjørtuft, he scored, and Patrick Berg obviously scored again. He's a massive player. So yeah.
Is he already back? He didn't even have any holiday.
No, he went straight back into the team. No holiday after the World Cup. That's Patrick Berg. So yeah.
That's dedication for you.
He's a fantastic guy. I don't know why any big clubs haven't gone in for him yet. I think he's very intelligent and steady.
Yeah.
So it's good news. Bodø/Glimt 3-3 first game going home. So maybe we will do some watch-alongs on the Tactical Devils next season when Bodø/Glimt plays. Yeah,
I'm up for that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Big up, guys.
I'm off here. Only entertainment team. Big up to Ben.
Big up.
Listen, get some rest, get some sleep.
Up at 6:30 in the morning for a gym session and straight to work, man. But I just want to give a big shout out to Belfast, by the way, because the Fla Festival, which is an Irish dance festival on, and look, I'm just so grateful because it's all about our Irish history, Irish style and stuff, and I'm just so fucking grateful and proud to this day that they included a small mini Palestine event march going on, and it was just beautiful to see, bro. And it just goes to show where Ireland stands to the people of Gaza, to the people of Iran, Lebanon, and obviously Bombay is one of our own, and hopefully I know Bombay hasn't been on, but I hope Bombay is keeping well, man. Sending love to you, Bombay. But yeah, guys, look, I'm off. Let's hopefully have a few bombers this week, man. Just bring me Sanderberg, bring me a left back, bring me Lewis Hall, whoever it is, bro, and hopefully we kick on, man. But I just doubt it, man. I highly doubt it. But yeah, bro. So Ineos out, man. Every day, Glazers out, every day, and yeah, man. To that day, I always will pray that day will come, man. But I just got to take it. Maybe I might grow a few grey hairs by the time Ineos leave, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, big up, guys. I'm out. Peace.
Big up to Ben. Yeah, Bodo Glimt, my favourite. They were the best team I watched last season in the Champions League. They were the entertainers. They were everybody's favourites, by the way. They weren't just mine. Everybody watched them. I'll never forget till this day what they did to Man City. They did to Rodri, one of the best players in the world. He got 2 quick yellows and he was out of here. They got him out of there. Absolutely bobbed Man City. You know, with all that money Man City spent, little Norwegian team in a city under 50,000 on the Arctic Circle, bobbed Man City off the park. Unbelievable.
They bobbed Man City. They bobbed Inter. They bobbed Atletico Madrid. They bobbed many teams last season. It's almost like a dream. Can't even believe still. So yeah.
I would love to know what they do for the injury and rehab over there. How they treat the injury and rehab.
I don't know. So they must be doing something right. Yeah. What question did King Sobo give me? I'm just gonna see. What would you do if Bode played United next season? Well, I have that question before, but obviously I'm a Man United supporter, so I think I must be obligated to support Man United, but it will be tough. It will be tough because I love both clubs. But I never in my mind, even imagined that a club like Bode Glimt could come and compete with a club like Man United. We played them in the Europa League a couple of years ago, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed both teams. But we won that game 3-2 at Old Trafford. You were there, Nordin, weren't you? You saw the Bode Glimt fans.
Amazing. A lot of them support Manchester United, yeah. I spoke to them. We played them, their videos on the show. They were amazing. They were like, Bodo Glimt. And I told them about Jarvis. I was like, my friend is in the northern Norway. He told me about the history and about the football team, and they were like, wow. They were amazed, but we had a nice chat with them. I liked their fans. They sang their hearts out. They were brilliant throughout of it, all of the game. So yeah, they were amazing, and they entertained everybody.
Oh, I forget I'm on mute. By the way, if people are wondering if they qualified for this year's Champions League, yes, but Norwegian teams don't go directly into the group stage. They have to qualify. So Bode Glimt now are up against the Belgium champion. So they played the away game yesterday, 3-3 in the first game against Union Saint-Gilloise, or what's how do you say it? So they equalized the 3-3 in overtime. The centre back Bjortoft came up on a corner kick and knocked the ball with his head into the goal. So yeah, it looks good for Bode Glimt, and we know they are strong at home because they play on AstroTurf, and it's hard for other teams who's not used to that one. So it gives Bode Glimt a huge advantage playing at home. So it looks good. Maybe we will see them in this year's Champions League too. I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. But yeah, good luck to Bodo Glimt. I really hope that they can entertain. I hope they sign a couple of more new players to refresh the squad. But that squad, what they did last season was Herculean, man. That was something that, honestly, they put Norwegian football on the map. And Berg, obviously, what a player he is. He was such a great player for Norway in the World Cup. And look at the dedication for his team. No holiday, going straight back to help his team qualify for the Champions League. It's crazy.
I have to be honest, when it comes to Norway in this World Cup, I think Patrick Berg was the outstanding player. I think he was better than Odegaard. I think he was even better than Sander Berge. in that midfield. So again, credit to him. He's so efficient the way he does things, simple, elegant, never misplace a pass, keeps the ball ticking, and just the smartness.
It
of
was
his
the
game.
runs for me.
Yeah.
It was the runs into the box. Yeah, the runs into the box.
Couple of assists he did, and he in that second half, I think Norway run that midfield against Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice in the England game. I think we had control in that midfield, so we took the edge of England. Unfortunately, we lost that game, but again, it was a tight game. It could have gone either way.
Big day ahead of me tomorrow. We're gonna go. We've argued it all. Big up to Jarvis. Jarvis, let them know when you're live tomorrow. Most likely, you're gonna be live tomorrow.
Yeah. Stu and I are doing a Tactical Devil show tomorrow night, 9 p.m. as usual. Hopefully, there will be some updates, some news to talk about, and also we talk a little bit about what we can expect next weekend. In the weekend coming up against, is it PSG we are playing now? Yeah. So that's something to look forward to, and we have a lot of players back. So now it's starting to get interesting to see if Carrick can install his system, because we said all the time the first half of the season for Amorim, we all said, no, we can't judge him now on the first 6 months. We got to judge him on when he's had the full preseason and a transfer window. So again, we can start, analyzing and judging Carrick more thorough now in this season. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has planned. And going by the first two games, I have some suspicions what we are trying to do, morphing from a 4-2-3-1 into attack, the 3-1-6. I think we will see more of it, like we had on the Ten Hag. I also think we will see the 3-2-2-3 formation, with the box midfield being strong. The only big weakness I see in this team is Luke Shaw, because he don't have the engine to run up and down. So definitely, I feel we need a left winger, someone who can help out, because both our left wingers in Dogger and Cunha likes to invert. So we lose our width on the left hand side. So structurally, we lose out. So it will be a lot to look forward to, and I want to see more of the youngsters playing against better players and see how they perform. Maybe they are ready. Maybe they are ready to come in and do a role, but I don't know yet. And I can't judge them, going up against Rosenborg and half of the teens under 21 team of Atletico Madrid. I want to see them up against proper opposition. So PSG will be a big task. Shea Lacey is one to watch. I want to see Shea Lacey.
Yeah, big up Jarvis. Let me just say something to this here. Listen, don't be coming here talking about people. Have some respect for yourself. Trolling us about football, no problem. Trolls are welcome on here. Talking about Ineos, what they want to do, your football opinion, nothing. Just don't be talking about people's mums like that. It's absolutely no need. I hope that's the last time I have to speak to you about this. Grow up. Yeah, I think I definitely don't think Thwaites is ready. JJ Abraham's ready. Thwaites is not ready. Thwaites needs at least 15 months, 2 years, if they had a proper developmental plan. Proper developmental plan. At the football club. And Thwaites is a fantastic young player. The last thing that I would want is for him to be played and then for him not to be consistent with no developmental plan. And then the fan base, you know what they're like. We've talked about it. You said it before, Jarvis. For them to be basically, for him to be hounded out to the wolves. Yeah. I just want to reply. Listen, bootlicker. We are Glazer, Ineos out bootlickers. We want them out. We call ourselves bootlickers because we want the ownership model change. So we're bootlickers on that side. If you want them in, you're just a bootlicker on the other side. Nobody talking about people's mums. Nobody's getting personal here. That's not a comeback. Right? People want to be shoe shine, want to shine shoes for Ineos. Go right ahead. We shine shoes for anybody who's Glazer and Ineos out. That's what we do. It's simple as that. So I don't see Thwaites. I don't see this club being stable enough to be able to play young players through. But Kobe Mainoo is going to be a big season for him as well next season. And I hope that he carries on from where he left off, because I think the form, Kobe's form was really good. But everything you talked about, Jarvis, the thing about Sanderberg, what we talked about, summing everything up, we would love to have somebody like Sanderberg who can facilitate, and the likes of Tillemans and the likes of Kobe Mainoo. And some games even we'll play Santos as well. If we want to see a result out, bring those players on the football pitch that are comfortable on the ball and they can take hold of a ball. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Big up to King Sol. Big up to everybody. Yeah, it is what it is, people. Sanderberg would be a brilliant. I like that Truffert left back at Bournemouth, but Jarvis was 100% right. Looks like Bournemouth are not selling any of their players. That's where we're about to finish. Sean, last words. Go on. Last words.
Big up, guys. Now I'm excited for the season, man. I've jumped on the hype train. I love what I'm seeing from Mount and Tielemans and what's his name, Santos. I can't wait for Tielemans and Bruno to join the party. You know, and I'm ready for the season, honestly. I just want to watch United play football. I think I've watched almost every single analysis video of Santos now, and of the few games that I've passed. So, you know, I'm excited for the season to come, and I think United fans should be in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy for you to jump on. Who did we play? We played Rosenberg reserves. We played. That's what we did. It's true. Jarvis can tell you we didn't play their first team. We played their reserves, and then they saved their players for the league game because the Norwegian season is going. So they saved their players for the season, and then also what do we call? We played against.
Yeah, we played against Atletico's B team.
We played against 16-year-olds for Atletico Madrid because half of their team is either in some of the Spanish team, and some of them are in the Spanish squad, and some of them were in the Argentinian squad. So you're getting absolutely excited on the hype train. They're a season, but I won't be excited about Mason Mount. Can you think Mason Mount can play 5 games in a row? Sure.
None of that really matters now or is relevant for what I'm saying. You know, I didn't say we're going to win the league. I didn't say we're going to win Champions League. I said I'm excited to watch United play football. I'm excited for the season to start.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I'm excited too.
I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing from Carrick, right? I think if you want to talk about the football itself, you know, and I know we're wrapping up, but like I like what I'm seeing from Carrick and the team. I think all things being equal, this United team is a top 4, top 5 team, bare minimum, right? And if we're able to get the good vibes going, everybody smiling, everybody happy, everybody playing well, everybody at least maintaining the standards that we left off last season, we're in a very good position. And we have, I think, our starting 5 or 6 games are very winnable games. So if for whatever reason we're able to start the season on a high and take advantage of easy fixtures, quote unquote, on paper, we can get ourselves a run going, accumulate points that would help us, you know, over the long run. So I mean, there's a lot to be excited about, you know, both in terms of the football itself and the team and the way we're playing. Granted, it's preseason, right? So nobody's making any guarantees, but I'm impressed and I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah. No, seriously, this is one of the most anticipated seasons in a long time. I'm genuinely excited, not just watch Manchester United, but to see how the other top 6 teams are going to do, what the league's going to be like, if the quality is going to come back to the league, or we're going to get the league trashed like there was last season and the season before. That's all going to be very revealed. But big up for you, Sean, for jumping on. We're about to go.
Big
I'm
up,
out.
guys. Yeah.
Got a big day ahead of me. Love and light. Take care, bro. Appreciate you for jumping on. Go ahead, Jarvis. Last word from you.
Yeah, you know, I like Sean's optimism always coming in, you know, but as I said, we gotta wait for to judge them too quickly, because it's just two friendlies televised training sessions, as I have said, and the beginning of the preseason is mainly about fitness, and we will see more in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, as I said, I'm looking forward to it, and we might be ready or we might not be ready, but I think we are making a huge mistake not signing the players we need. We are waiting into the last weeks of the transfer window. We are making it difficult for ourselves again because of our hesitation of signing players and spending money. We set very strict limitations on ourselves, and it makes it hard for us to operate in this transferring window, because you know the landscape has shifted since they made the budget and later plans, and they doesn't look like they are ready to deviate from their original plan, and I think it's holding us back. And you know, also I think it comes down to the experience of Woodward and Berada. So we will see.
Wilcox and Barada, yeah, Wilcox and
Yeah.
Barada. Yeah.
Wilcox and Berada. So we will see if we can solve the salvage the window in the last couple of weeks. But again, I think we will go into panic mode a little bit too late again, and don't have like the players ready as we would like to. So we saw now today, you know, the left back from Newcastle is not looking good. And where do we go? Where do we go? What's our next target? I said Alfonso Davis, maybe, or Balde. I don't know, but I hope.
But Jarvis said, I mean, my challenge with what you're saying is that if the way this season is looking like, we have a lot of players fit or coming back from injury, I think a midfield of Mason Mount and Andre Santos is good enough to beat, is it Leeds or whoever we're playing our first game. And the second game and the game after that, I think we have a good enough squad, given the starting 11 that we've seen, or the fittest, 11 that's available right now, to start the season strong. And like I said, we're lucky to have, I think, an encouraging fixture list. Is the most generous thing I can say about those teams. An encouraging fixture list that, we could probably see ourselves in a good position at the end of that run, and get ourselves in a good run of form. So I think the squad is good enough. I think the holes that we need to plug, because of that, I think we have time to maybe sign a player later in the window, right? Because by the time we need that player to be fit or to come up to speed, the likes of Bruno, Santos, Mount, Tillemans, Kobe Mino, Mbuemo, Cunha, Dorgu, Maguire, Luke Shaw, the core of the team has been playing and is fit enough, basically. And I think that core is good enough to see us through at least the first, 10%, 15% of the league, while the new signing that we signed later on in the window, gets up to speed.
Yeah, I hope you're right. Again, but there's one thing that can stop us right now, and that's if we unfortunately get injuries on players like Luke Shaw,
That's
maybe
true.
Maguire. If Maguire is injured, that will be devastating. If Mason Mount gets injured again, we have to rely on the newcomers to come in and perform right away. We don't give them any lee room to settle into the team and the league playing for Man United, because it's different playing for Man United than playing for Aston Villa, for example. Every away game is like the FA Cup final for the opposition team. It's something else playing for a big club like us. So it's also, I don't like that we are in a situation where we will have to do that. So again, I think we're making things difficult for ourselves, and I bet you agree that we should have had signed players. We should have had our signings ready already, and not wait into the last couple of weeks of the window. So
I agree. We wouldn't be Man United if we didn't do things the hard way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what we call it? I love the framing, Sean. Don't you ever change. By the way, I got rid of that guy, Valentino. I got rid of him because that Muppet is getting personal in the chat. I'm not having people being insulted or people's mothers being talked about. It's not happening. Listen, we use this channel. We talked about Ineos twerkers. We talked about Pom Pom, Ineos. You know what I mean? What was the thing we used? Ineos and Jim. What was it? We called it a band. I think it was Khalees from Medina Lassie that told us the name.
The twerkers. Something.
Yeah.
Something about the twerkers. Something.
Yeah, the twerkers. So yeah, at the end of the day, be what. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be on the Mandem Talk tomorrow because I'm working. But big up to everybody. Jarvis will be live. Jarvis and Stu will be live at 9 o'clock tomorrow. 9 p.m. Yeah, UK time. Looking ahead to maybe the PSG game. Somebody was saying PSG lost tonight 3-0. I think they might be a week behind, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of fitness in their preseason. It's going to be an interesting game. I think the Milan game will tell us more because they've been training and they've got a lot of their players back. Milan, that is. So it's going to be very interesting. I think that the last game of the preseason is going to be, I think if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be at Old Trafford before we kick off the season, the Milan game. I think that's going to be. So on Saturday at 4 o'clock, we play Paris Saint-Germain. Then on Wednesday the 12th, we're playing Leeds in Dublin, But United will be there a couple of days before in Dublin training as well. And then the last game of the pre-season will be against AC Milan. And then we start against Hull City.
Ruben Amorim and AC Milan.
Ruben Amorim, AC Milan.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of our signings, right? I see 6 points to start the season. Hull City, Ipswich. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't, be banking on 6 points. 6 points that will come in handy, in December or March next year. So I think the beginning run of fixtures is in our favor. Maybe that can help offset the damage from Ineos' failure basically during the transfer window.
Sean, how did we do against Wolves and Burnley and West Ham and Spurs, the other relegation fodder teams last season?
Well, you know how
did we do? Do you remember the results?
I remember, but from my perspective, I divide United's history now into BC and KC. So before Carrick, I think this Carrick regime, I think the team is dynamic enough. Basically, we're creative. We get the ball forward. The players play through the lines. And what I like about the team is if Mbeumo isn't getting you, Konya will get you. Dorgu is there. We've thrown Shelesi into the mix. We still have a lot of players basically to come back. Sesko, Bruno, and Co. So again, I don't see whatever our expectations are for the season. It has to involve 6 points against Hull and Ipswich. Like it just has to. So we're either serious, and I think that has nothing to do with like the Glazers and Ineos. I think Carrick, if there's anything about him, if he's anything about his job or serious or anything worth taking seriously, he has to get 6 points from those two games, like bare minimum. And I think we all agree on that. So I'm not saying it's a guaranteed that we're going to win, but my expectation, for Carrick and for the team is 6 points from those two games, without a doubt.
However, the optimist, big up to Sean. For me, I said Manchester United needed 6-7 players. I've not seen that. The only thing I'll be judging Michael Carrick on is in-game management. I'll be judging him. But if he hasn't got anything off the bench and he's got injuries, then I can't really blame him. But anyway, people, we've been here for nearly 2 hours and 50 minutes. Big up to Jarvis, big up to Sean. And Jarvis will be live at 9 o'clock with you tomorrow at Tactical Devils. Make sure you check out Jarvis, Bowley, BOLE77. Make sure you check out Sean as Sean Thomas. Sean, are you still doing your political podcast?
I've been very busy with work
Okay.
So
People can
for the
check
most
out.
part, like all I have time to talk about is Man United, but it's still there.
Yeah. Make sure you check out Sean Thomas. Check out his geopolitical podcast, how we see things.
Big of
Make
them.
sure you check out Ben at Elmore39 on X and Elmore20 on Twitch and Elmore20 on TikTok. Make sure you check out Manuel Luwani at Manuel Luwani 1979. Unfortunately, his internet went a bit blur tonight. So, yeah. It's cast live now. Yeah.
Cass is live, never a foul. So guys, if you go over there, do Nuruddin a big favor, say URT raid. United Real Therapy raid. So he knows where you guys coming from. Oh, unmute. Did you find him? Yeah, never a foul. Big up Tyrone, big up guys. Thank you for tuning in. It's great to see so many familiar faces. And if you haven't, please do us a favor, smash the like. I think we are on 160 something. 160, 173. Oh, wow, that's great. Great numbers, guys. Thank you.
Travis, I'm so tired. Can you write it? Can you write the channel's name? Never a foul.
Never a foul. Yes. Never a foul. So I'm hold on. So there you got it, nerd.
That should be partnering Van Dijk to lead the way for the new boys to come through. You don't just go from like Kanate and Van Dijk to neither of them in the space of 2 years, because Van Dijk probably won't be here next year and Kanate's already fucked off.
So they're apparently talking about Vinny Jr. to Arsenal off.
There you go. We've done it. Go on. We can raid them now, people. Free Palestine. Free the Congo. Free Sudan. Free Lebanon. Free Yemen. Free everywhere where people are oppressed. Solidarity and love with everybody. Make sure you join Jarvis and Stu tomorrow at
Tactical Devils, or you can just type Tactical Devils TV, and you will find the right handle if you have problems on YouTube. Yeah.
Smash the likes on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Apologies about the echo. We couldn't do anything about it. Take care, people. Good night.
Good night. Laters.